consistent all weekend. 76 degrees, very, very nice right now. Very dry. Humidity 19%. Track temperature is going to be key. 108 degrees. Density or corrected altitude just over 3,700 feet above sea level.
And it's time now for our CSK Checker Shucks Cragen Tractionary.
And let's talk about corrected altitude. It is a result of factoring barometric pressure, humidity, temperature, and grains of water per pound of air to get that number.
One other thing we should point out to you, if you were with us yesterday, you know we had the Sanyo Lightship with us. Unfortunately, we will not have the airship today, and the only reason is the winds are going to be picking up by 1 o'clock local time to over 25 miles an hour. That's too much for the airship to fly. Not too much for these guys to fly. We're getting ready to go to the quarter mile one more time.
Marty, another good matchup here. David Grubnick just fresh off that win at Gainesville a couple races ago. Corey McClenathan last week in Houston, your #1 qualifier. Seems to be getting that car to turn around.
To pedal, it was David Grubnick recovering first. He gets down in 5:12 at 3:05. You see Corey's number up there, and there's Wes Cerny wondering, how'd we miss him?
David Grubnick, just like he did in the final round at Gainesville, the car went out there, started to spin the tires. It didn't look like it shook. It went out there quite a ways before it started spinning, just before the 300-foot mark. But he did a great job to reel that thing back in and get it stuck to the other end, just ahead of Corey McClenathan, who was spinning the tires much more aggressively.
As you go on board, David has beat Corey now the last 5 times they have raced, including 3 times here at Las Vegas.
You seen Corey, he jumped out there and then smoked the tires first. Grubnick went by and smoked the tires right after that. Did a little bit better job getting to recover, and as a result, he's into the second round.
Let's go to the far end. Gary?
Well, Hot Rod Fuller was just saying he's got nothing but time. I know this is so disappointing. It's been a hurtful weekend. The memory of Dana Ahern. How much has that weighed on your mind, the team's mind?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, Ahern this weekend with the tragic passing of Dana, 20-year-old, great girl, got killed in an accident. And, you know, my whole focus this week was to try to win for her. And, you know, my plans was to give my trophy away to them at the end of this weekend. And, you know, like, the big guy upstairs has a lot of plans for things, and I guess this wasn't in the books for it. And, you know, we're going to continue our relationship with Ahern, and, you know, they're in my hearts and everybody else's hearts out here, and wish I could have done a lot better for them.
Appreciate a few moments of your time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary, as they'll make the long trip back to the trailer. Right now, the long trip is backing the car up for J.R. Todd. You can see his round record this year. That dates back to the first event of the season. Doug Herbert will be over in the left lane, and special helmet this weekend. Dave Reef, you've got more on it?
Indeed, I do. Doug Herbert had a chance of a lifetime opportunity to go fly with the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds in an F-16 with Major Rusty Keene, affectionately known as Shredder. Well, because of that, he can't exactly give the favor back to him and let him take the Top Fuel car down the racetrack. So he had a special helmet painted up with the Air Force insignia on it, the U.S. Air Force logo, the Thunderbirds, everything on there. He says he's going to run it in this race and this race only. As soon as it's over, it's going to Major Keene, and it's going into the Thunderbird Museum across the street at Nellis.
JR have a cylinder drop early, and then Doug Herbert mixed him up at the top end. He goes 4.63 in the elapsed time at 318 miles an hour, and he denies J.R. Todd a chance at his first round win. He's now 0 for 2, and Wayne Dupuis says, hey, thumbs up, we'll go do it again for round 2.
Yeah, they're in the next round. As you mentioned, Marty, Doug Herbert, right side of your screen, puts cylinders out down track. The reason was you saw that car drift over towards the wall, got out of the good rubber, and what happens there, the engine's not getting a load put on because the tires are spinning a little bit too freely, too much fuel goes into it, the cylinder goes out. But good news for him is J.R. Todd had a cylinder out much earlier than Doug Herbert, and Doug Herbert's in the next round.
Take a look at the reaction from the crew saying, yeah, we like that. That's good. And there's a better look at that helmet. And it'll be around for another round. You're looking into the eyes of Bob Vandergrift. He'll be over in the right lane. He is our next pair, up alongside the winner from last week, Brandon Bernstein. Bernstein, going into Houston, was nowhere near the top 10. He's now 6th in the points after going 4 rounds and taking the Wally. Brandon, in fact, is this week's Powerade Power Time. We had a few quick questions for the winner of last week's event. His buddy, funny car driver Eric Medlin, volunteered to help us out as Eric takes Brandon rapid fire.
Favorite movie?
Braveheart.
Worst thing about losing?
Going home at night.
Ginger or Marianne?
Marianne.
Most embarrassing guilty pleasure?
Ooh, massages.
Mike Dunn?
Excellent commentator.
One thing people don't know about you.
I was a cheerleader in high school.
How has your life changed since you colored your hair? Kenny Bernstein?
The greatest.
Favorite funny car driver?
Eric Medlin.
Right on here. Put that 20 in.
You see that, everyone? You see that? You paid me to say that.
How come Eric it only cost him 20 bucks? I had to pay him $100 to get him to say that about me.
Well, yeah, but all he said was you're a good commentator. Didn't say anything about a driver. I think we got to go get him here.
I may have to get a rebate there.
All right. As we get ready for this matchup, Bob Vandergrift trying to take out last week's winner. He's taken out the top half qualifiers the last 2 races. Hillary Will at Gainesville, Doug Coletta back at Houston. Can he do it here to Brandon Bernstein? The answer to that question would be no. And we told you to keep your eyes on Brandon today. He runs another 450 pass. This one 453, 328 miles an hour.
Man, Brandon Bernstein has a race car this week, and another 453. Ran a 453s on Friday in qualifying. A 454 yesterday. This car is a car right now. If he can keep doing that, he's definitely got a shot at winning today.
Kenny Bernstein, very happy with what he saw as there's Brandon at the far end of the racetrack. And there is Ron Capps. We'll get a chance to talk to him when we come back from our commercial break. And also, when we come back, we'll have a matchup between Melanie Troxel and David Baca. If you remember, that's a rematch from the finals back at the first race of the season, the Winter National. Stay with us.
Today's Speed World presentation of the NHRA SummitRacing.com National. Brought to you by Powerade. Sport is what you make it. Summit Racing Equipment, the World Speed Shop, and by the Banana Cream Pie Blizzard from Dairy Queen, made with real pie pieces. Do one.
And off in the distance, that's Mount Charleston with a little bit of snow up at the summit. We're at the SummitRacing.com Nationals. Burnout for Tony Schumacher in the right lane, our #1 qualifier. And that's Alan Bradshaw, the number 16 qualifier, over in the left lane. Now, we promised to talk to Ron Capps. He's getting ready for first round action. Ron, got to ask you, I think a lot of fans out there are wondering, why is it your car is running so well for Team Schumacher, but your teammates Whit Bazemore and Gary Scelzi are struggling? What do you guys know that they don't?
Well, that's a great question, and you would think that having all the data and the 3 teams that it would be that easy. And Mike can tell you, you can have all 3 cars set up exactly the same, but there's always going to be little things different. We actually made a huge change. Michael know a lot about it. We changed a cannon in our car. We found it acting up, and that's why I didn't go down the racetrack yesterday. There's some air in the line. It's not a change you want to make going into Sunday morning as a crew chief or a driver. It's not a comfortable change. But we borrowed one from the Army team that seemed to work pretty good. They have pretty good success, so we're hoping that's going to work good for us.
Hey, Ron, I saw you in pre-race ceremonies dive into the crowd like you're at a Chili Peppers concert. I mean, are you just that loose or what?
Well, you know, I did it the last few races that I won, and one of them I didn't. They didn't have a big enough guy ready for me, so I thought I shouldn't jump. But I just, you know, having fun. They'd send those people up there in the front with Powerade, and you know, it was just fun. I did it for a joke the first time in Phoenix, and they caught me. So I said, hey, I'm 150 pounds. Somebody out there will catch me.
Big upset, Ron. You are going to be surprised at this. Tony Schumacher has gone down. The number 16 qualifier, Alan Bradshaw, picks up his first round win. Ron, we'll let you go. We'll see you in a matter of moments. Thanks so much, but be careful on those jumps. It could be John Force fans out there next time. They might let you fall.
You got it. Thanks.
All right. Wow, this race, what a huge, huge upset.
Oh, man, how about that? Watch, as soon as he hits the throttle, cylinder out over there, then the car's going to go into tire shake and then into tire smoke. And at that point, his day is done because Alan Bradshaw was over in the left-hand lane making his best run of the weekend with a 468 over 318 miles per hour.
How does this happen? You see this car qualify number 1 4 out of 5 races. Now this is the 3rd race in a row, first time it's happened since the 2003 season before Alan Johnson came on board, that they have lost 3 in a row.
And I gotta just believe it's just gremlins. I mean, you can't blame that on the tire. It's just very rare to see that car drop a cylinder at the head of the throttle. Could have been an ignition problem that just came up at the most inopportune time. Who knows?
That's why we run the race. That's why you can't afford to miss any of the action. Every round is important. We get ready now for Larry Dixon. A 3-time winner of this race. He's also won the fall race once. And he's now qualified number 2 for this one. He's got Mike Strasburg in the right lane. Let's hear from Alan Bradshaw. Gary?
Still fumbling there to get the helmet off. The excitement level, you can imagine, it's got to be oh so high. How do you explain an upset like this when number 16 says so long to number 1?
Man, that's unreal. I'm really proud for the BME guys. You know, it isn't over till it's over. That's why we show up on Sunday. They're doing an excellent job. Okuma, Matico, Infinity Rebuild, Redline, the whole bunch. I mean, we're doing an awesome job. We're proud of the guys. This is unreal.
Hey, driver not half bad either, huh?
Not bad. I'm really excited to do this in round 1. Those guys, unbelievable. Schumacher's got a great bunch. We're happy to go into the next round.
You betcha.
Tony Schumacher is going to drop to 10th in the points. There he is off into the distance. And Alan Bradshaw does know success. He is a former top alcohol dragster champion. So they know how to drive the car and win the race. And right now, while we get ready for the next matchup, let's talk about what's going to happen in a few weeks when we go to Thunder Valley in the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals. Qualifying Saturday, April 29th at 10 Eastern on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. And then we'll have NHRA Today presented by Lucas Oil on Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And then the finals Sunday evening, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. What is going to happen there? We'll have to tune in and find out. Let's find out what's happening now. No problem for Larry Dixon. 4.53 seconds at 330 miles an hour. You saw Mike Strasburg spin the tires, lose traction, and that was all she wrote.
That was a great job by Donnie Bender and Larry Dixon. I mean, they came out of the box in qualifying, ran a 52 on Friday, and then never went down the track. So I guarantee you they were on pins and needles, hoping that this thing went down the racetrack. They were trying some other things in qualifying. Sure went back to their baseline combination. Did a nice job.
All right, if you were with us at qualifying in yesterday in Funny Car, you know that Robert Hight has been blowing up parts, even though he's the #1 qualifier. Let's get an update on what happened yesterday in that final session. Dave Reef.
I am here with Robert Hight underneath the body of the Automobile Club of Southern California car to help describe, first of all, what kind of damage that explosion caused in yesterday's session.
Mostly, it was just a big explosion, a quick concussion, and it broke the body where all the body struts are attached. And my guys just replaced them last night and repaired the damaged spots. This tube across the front here was U-shaped like a horseshoe because the front of the body probably lifted up 18 inches, but it's back together just like new. And this 06 Mustang's ready to go for today.
Biggest concern, does Jimmy Prock know why it happened?
Not for sure, but it doesn't have any ignition components on it today that were on it last night, so hopefully it will be fine.
Cross your fingers.
All right, thanks, Dave. Let's go back to yesterday.
Yeah, you're going to see this after he hits the throttle. Huge, big bang. And you heard Robert say it didn't have any ignition components on that it had yesterday because they didn't pinpoint exactly what caused it. So when you don't know what caused it, you just basically change everything and try to take away all the variables.
Let's quickly go to the far end. Gary?
First pass in qualifying was the best pass. Next 3 times, not so good. How apprehensive were you going into first round today?
Oh, not as apprehensive as Donnie Bender, you know, our crew chief on the Miller Lite car. He stayed up all night, and I knew he would because he's he's got all the makings to being a great one, and we just got to give him some laps. If he has a driver that can do his job, we can go some rounds today. So we'll just stand on the gas. We got 1 win light. We got 3 more to go. Thank you.
Boy, does Larry Dixon and this crew love Las Vegas.
Yep, he sure does, and he will have lane choice in his next round matchup over David Grubnick. As we get ready now for another David Baca in the right lane up against Melanie Troxel. We've told you that this is a rematch from the finals back at the Winter Nationals. Melanie, of course, won that one.
Melanie, a teammate of Tony Schumacher. And one thing we didn't point out, Tony Schumacher and Alan Johnson were the only car to choose that right-hand lane that had lane choice. Now, I don't think the lane had anything to do with the thing dropping a cylinder, but that's interesting that they did that.
Melanie takes another step towards another page of NHRA history. 4.57 the elapsed time. You saw David Baca go up in smoke. So since going to the finals at the Winter Nationals, Baca has now gone out in the first round at 4 straight races.
Melanie Troxel just run her basic old combination, 457, just like she did all through qualifying, and now she's going to be going to the second round. Another great job by the team. I just love watching this race car go down the racetrack.
Neck to neck, body burning like a furnace. Thoughts of you losing this race, it had you nervous, tensed up, with sweat dripping from your brow. You gotta dig deep or give up right now. 400 meters left, don't let the runners by. And you losing breath, less and less you wanna die. Now you got the choice to finish number 1 or 5. So what you gonna do before you cross? You got a choice to make. You can go hard or go home. Watch TV. You got a choice to make. So what's it gonna be? You can go hard or go home.
And the biggest choice you have to make right now, if you're Hillary Will or Morgan Lucas, is what lane you want to be in here in racing action. And Hillary Will, as the number 5 qualifier, decided to put it over in the left lane, as almost everyone else has. Morgan Lucas will be over in the right lane. This is a rematch from the first race of the 06 season. Hillary made her debut in Top Fuel, round number 1. Morgan won that one, and he was the lower qualified car. Now, she has won here in Top Alcohol Dragster. In fact, it was in 2005, and it was her 5th event in this car. This just happens to be her 5th Top Fuel start. She's hoping that lightning will strike twice. And we should point out that it was 2 years ago, a young lad by the name of Morgan Lucas won here in Top Alcohol Dragster. So both these drivers have had success here. Tell you, it looked like Hillary was out on him, but Morgan gets to the line first. 4.58 seconds to a 460 at 320 miles an hour for Hillary.
That was just another good old drag race. You know, as we go on board with Hillary, actually Morgan Lucas was slightly off the starting line first, ran a little bit better early, and then just kind of pulled away on the other end as you saw a cylinder go out on Hillary's car just before the finish line. But 458 at 316 for Morgan Lucas, his best run of the weekend.
So Morgan Lucas is into the second round. As you take a look at the ladder, one thing we should point out, Morgan is going to test an Indy Pro Series car April 23rd, believe it or not, at Kentucky. Sam Schmidt's team's going to put him in the car. We're going to get a camera there, get that on tape. We want to see what happens there. Lane choice to Larry Dixon. Brandon Bernstein's got some great second round matchups in Top Fuel coming your way here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals. That's Alan Bradshaw's pit. They are getting ready for second round action. The number 16 qualifier took out Tony Schumacher. We've got to take a commercial break. When we come back, Bob Gilbertson, can he be a giant killer again? Well, he's up against John Force. Stay with us. Back here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals, picture perfect day. We're getting ready for first round action in Funny Car as it is time for the floppers. Ron Capps is on a roll, and he looks like the man to beat in Funny Car. Arguably, the NHRA's most competitive class. He's knocked off John Force in 2 straight races, and he leads the point standings on the strength of 2 straight victories. And let's take a look at our Funny Car ladder, and you can see Robert Height, Cruz Pedregon, Eric Medlin, TJ, Tommy Johnson have lane choice in our first round matchups on the left side. Force, Burkhart, Worship, Capps, over on the other. And already Eric Medlin and Gary Denchen are getting ready to pre-stage.
And Eric Medlin has a very good race car, just like he did last week in Houston. Qualifying, that thing was going down the racetrack. Gary Denton got on the last qualifying pass, but never count him out.
Whoa, and Medlin drifted towards the wall. He will take the win light, 4.82 seconds to a 4.84. A very good, solid run for Gary Dencham. Just not quite enough. Medlin first off the line, first to the stripe.
Just a good old drag race right there. Eric Medlin, like you said, got slight advantage off the starting line, only about 1/100th of a second. Gary Dencham was right there. And watch Eric move over towards the wall right at the finish line. Looked like he had a little pop right in the lights, but he still got the win.
Eric is now 7-1 over Gary Dencham in their career battles head-to-head. And let's check in now with Dave Reef. He is with Mike Neff, who has been scratching his head a lot lately.
Indeed he has, Marty, and you can see the concern etched on his face, but in the interest of fair reporting, he was about that happy, too, when they won the championship a year ago. But, Mike, everybody wants to know what is going on with the Oakley Dodge.
Well, I mean, I can't really blame it on any one thing. We ran these tires and testing and ran really good with them. Since then, I changed some stuff around in the clutch, trying to get the thing to run better, and I just kind of so I'm just trying to be too aggressive. I think it's just out there smoking the tires, and I just need to back down and try to get the thing past the Christmas tree and quit trying to worry about being low ET.
Is your confidence shaking at all?
Yeah, I'm definitely been beat to my knees here lately, but I know we'll get it sorted out, and once we get it past the tree, I feel that we'll still be competitive. So
good luck.
Thanks.
And that's a situation, Marty, where in testing he had a very good, consistent race car, but he was about 400 or 500ths in performance. He was giving up to John Force. So a lot of times we talk about that. As a crew chief, he thinks, well, maybe we need to just find a little bit more performance out of this thing, and it changes your whole combination, and it's very easy to get lost. Mike Neff's a very smart guy. He will figure this thing out. It's tough to see him struggling, though, right now.
Let's shift gears, talk a little bit about Del Worsham and Mike Ashley. Ashley had food poisoning yesterday. He's qualified number 14. Del Worsham has not lost in first round this year, but he hasn't gotten out of second round yet. They have lost a lot of close races.
Rematch of the first round in Houston last week when Del was able to drive around a Mike Ashley hole shot.
Shot this time. Del goes 4.86 seconds. He was 2 100ths quicker off the starting line. A 317-mile-an-hour pass. And again, the Checker Shucks Cragen red car is into second round.
This was all Del Worsham, like you said, getting the jump off the starting line, making a nice pass. He kept that thing stuck right in the middle, unlike what we saw with Eric Medlin in the previous run. Right there about half track when it makes a transition to the asphalt. You saw the little bump bobble, but Del kept it reeled into the middle of the course and got into the next round.
All right, we've got to take a break. When we come back, it is John Force and Bob Gilbertson. Can Gilbertson do it again? Stay with us.
We welcome you back to Las Vegas. Magnificent racing conditions today, but a lot of work for Eric Medlin and his crew. The fire bottles, you had to set them off. What happened at the end of the run?
Well, it was actually running real good, Gary. We got off to a good start, and it ran real good in the middle of the track, and it started getting over there a little bit, so I thought maybe I had a cylinder out, and it stopped pulling a little bit, but man, qualifying is qualifying and race day is race day, so you don't let up until you see the win light come on, you cross the finish line. So just trying to get it to the finish line. It blew up a little bit before, but we got a lot of parts. We even got more Syntec to fix it.
The car's gone. Now he's going to go play catch up.
Well, let's go back to the starting line because his boss is coming up against Bob Gilbertson. Bob's in the right lane. John, number 2 qualifier. Now, if you're into numerology, the last 3 races that John has been qualified number 2, he's been upset by Dale Creasy, Ron Capps 1 year ago right here, and Jim Head.
This is a situation on paper. Bob Gilbertson, doesn't have the performance that John Force has, but we've seen he was awfully lucky last week in Houston to make it to the final round. Probably what he's going to need to take out John Force right now. John, I think, is going to have to make a mistake if Bob Gilbertson's going to want to get this win. Because Bob's been running good, but he's not been running as good as that car right there this weekend.
Gilbertson was 15th last week at Houston. Remember, he upset Team Force driver Robert Height in the first round. Looking to go back-to-back against Team Force. John says no way today. 4.79 seconds. You saw Bob go up in tire smoke. And it was Gilbertson actually slightly ahead at the start, but it was Force once Gilbertson struck the tires.
John Force did a great job. He had a good reaction time. Bob Gilbertson was slightly better, but for the most part, they left together. But Bob Gilbertson, unlike last weekend, went up in tire smoke early, and that was all John Force needed. He's in the other lane running 479 right down the middle of the racetrack. Great job.
And that's what it looks like as they go flying past our cone cam. There's John climbing out at the far end of the racetrack. So as we wait for him to get the helmet off, let's check back in the pits. There is Melanie Troxel's camp as they are already working on the 75-minute turnaround, getting ready for second round. These guys have had a lot of practice at this lately. They've been all the way to the finals in every race so far this season. So Robert Hight makes the burnout in the left lane. Tony Bartone, the number 16 qualifier, in the right lane. And while they complete the burnout and begin the backup process, let's talk about what's going to happen on ESPN Saturday, April 22nd at noon. Twin Ring Motegi in Motegi, Japan. Defending race winner Dan Weldon looks to hold off Danica Patrick, Elio Castroneves, and the rest of the pack. The Firestone Indy Japan 300, noon, Saturday, April 22nd, only on ESPN. So now, as we get ready for this matchup, let's go and take a look at some of the tires that we've been able to record in super slow-mo.
On Friday, we got this shot here. Now watch this, Robert Hight. He struggled in qualifying. Look at the rear wheel. Gets a lot of spin, a little bit too much. You want a certain amount of spin, and then it's going to go into tire shake, a little bit of tire shake, and then into smoke. That was basically just being a little bit too aggressive off of the starting line. This is what tire shake looks like from the back. Just starts wadding that tire up pretty soon. You know, the center starts cupping right there, and then you have no contact area. That allows the tire to go into smoke.
And you also end up with no fillings left in your teeth. Hight blew it up again. They have got a problem with that race car, no doubt about it. The one thing you talked about on NHRA today, it came back and hit him again. The car got out a little bit further than yesterday, but boy, it just erupted. Bartone goes 4.88 seconds, and now both number 16 qualifiers in our nitro categories have advanced.
This is what the team was worried about, but it looked like it probably went up into tire shake and then tire smoke, just like when we saw this shot from Friday. But then when the engine's revved up, it backfired the supercharger once again. So obviously, there's still a problem in that because normally, I mean, it didn't look like, I mean, it's hard to tell how high the engine didn't go up. I mean, that thing just started spinning the tires and then backfired. That thing should have been able to go a lot longer than that, spin the tires without backfiring the supercharger.
It is the third first-round loss this year for Robert Hight. So Jimmy Prock, I have a feeling they're going to be staying tomorrow and taking a look at that race car. And
they'll be making some serious laps tomorrow, I can guarantee you that.
So they'll get that and try and get it sorted out. Robert at the far end of the racetrack is still wondering what went wrong. Obviously, what they changed from yesterday did not work. Here comes the crew. They'll get a chance to look at it. And let's talk to the winner of that round, Gary.
Tony, when you go into a situation as the number 16 qualifier against number 1, is the mindset any different at all from any other round?
You know, you got to concentrate no matter what qualifier you are, no matter who you're up against. And how about that Lucas Oil Products funny car? What a turn of events here. You know, we struggled in qualifying, and we're proud to be in, and we're glad we made round 1. That was great.
Good stuff. See you in round 2.
Thank you.
Don't forget, he went to his first ever pro final here 1 year ago And he lost to Whit Bazemore, but he beat Tommy Johnson, Tim Wilkerson, and Ron Capps in the process. Meanwhile, work continues back in Eric Medlin's pit as they get ready for second round action. We've got to step aside for a commercial break, but we still have a titanic matchup coming up. The defending Powerade champion is 13th in the points. Can he win against TJ? Back here at race number 5 of 23 on the NHRA Powerade Drag Racing Series, the SummitRacing.com Nationals, and a pressure-packed moment for Gary Scelzi and his team. They are over in the right lane, qualified number 12. They've only been down the racetrack once. They're up against Tommy Johnson Jr. Now, Scelzi has had his issues at this racetrack before, in 2003.
Huge explosion during qualifying there. Just literally destroyed the body on Gary Scelzi's car. Now watch that. This is on a scale of 1 to 10. That's a 10. Whenever you get the tires off the ground, I mean, that is big. Look, that thing was turning right when it came down. Luckily, the chutes blossomed when the body blew off it, and he brought the car safely to a stop.
And that was his first really big explosion after making the switch from Top Fuel, and he said at the time, this is exactly why I went to Funny Car, because I still had control of the wheel.
Big was the operative word there. That was huge.
All right, how about Tommy Johnson? There you see his round record right now. He's 7th in the points. And of course, he won back at Phoenix. But other than that, he has lost in the first round at every other event. Here we are, first round again. The Top Fuel and Funny Car Powerade champions are on the trailer. The Don Schumacher Racing teammates, Gary Scelzi and Tony Schumacher, are out of here. Tommy Johnson goes 4.82 seconds, 3:27.
Boy, Gary Scelzi's problems just continue. Same thing, right at that shake point between 60 and 100 feet. Just went out there, rattled the tires, started to wisp it. Gary did a good job to catch it quick. It actually recovered and went down track a little bit before it started smoking the tires further down track. But at that point, TJ, who's in the other lane, just making a nice pass, 482. He's already in the second round. Look at Gary hike that front end when the clutch grabs it after he backpedaled the car. That probably didn't help it either, because a lot of times it'll unload on the wheelie bars, but I don't think it did that time. He just looked like he kind of got a little out of the groove and spun out in the middle, but by then his day was done.
Third race in a row that he has not made it past first round. In fact, if you remember, Houston, he didn't even make it to first round, and the 4-time champion, 3 of them in Funny Car, or 3 of them in Top Fuel, not real happy. Let's talk to TJ.
I think you just said you're nervous. Why?
I don't know. You know, we went out there and won the Phoenix race with Skull Monte Carlo, and you know, we hadn't won a round since. We struggled with these new tires, but Mike Green and the guys have really hit onto the tune-up for these things, and if we can keep those runs up all day, it won't be long before we get that Skull Monte Carlo back in the winner's circle, and I'd like to do it here at Summit Race with Summit on board. That'd be great.
Thank you.
All right, Gary, as you wrap up there, Scott Coletta in the right lane, Ron Capps in the left lane have already completed their burnouts. And as they continue the backup process, gives us a chance to talk about what's going to happen in a few weeks. Saturday, April 29th, we'll be at the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals with qualifying at 10 Eastern. We'll follow that on Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time with our regular edition of NHRA Today. And finals Sunday evening, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, all of it from Bristol, and all of it available on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. All right, right now, Ron Capps has seen his teammate go down to defeat. He's seen his Top Fuel teammate go down to defeat. He is the points leader. John Force has already won here in round number 1.
Very surprised to see him get beat here, at least from smoking the tires, because this car's been very consistent going down the racetrack. But Scott Coletta ran a career best in Funny Car with a 480 elapsed time.
Boy, Ace has got that car on a rail. He runs a very clean 4.88 second elapsed time. Gets past a tire smoking Scott Coletta. And this team, who last year, remember how the season started for them, they never even made it out of the water box, and it lost the championship by 8 points. Right now, they just keep racking up round wins.
don't believe that was the numbers the ace was looking for. I mean, I couldn't tell if Ron Capps was in deep. The reason I say that is because his early numbers were a little bit soft. He was running almost 260 miles per hour to the eighth. So that kind of tells me he had a good tune-up on that Brute Charger. But the problem was it also had cylinders out on the other end. But regardless, he's in the next round.
But I do not believe he's going to have lane choice, as that will go to Del Worsham. So that could be interesting. We've got to take a commercial break, and there's Ron Capps flexing his muscles back in the pit area. You're not Arnold Schwarzenegger. You look like Gary Selby. There's some young fans. They're having a great time back in the pit area a little bit before the racing action started. Got his earphones and everything else, and they've even got a tire. They'll probably turn it into a coffee table back home. We're getting ready for Whit Bazemore and Phil Burkhardt. Let's get caught up with Gary Gerould.
And with Gary Scelzi at the top end of the track. And I know there's been so much head scratching, so much soul searching, so much thinking. Is it still basically a shake problem with the tire?
It's a shake problem in a big way, and we've changed. Good job, guys. We've changed everything. Like I said before, it should tip over, catch on fire, blow up, or something, and it does the same thing no matter what we change. And I'm going to tell you right now, we made a huge change in the bell housing. Did the same thing, but sooner. So, you know, something's crawled up the Oakley Mopar Dodge tailpipe, and we can't find it. So we're going to stay here tomorrow and run the wheels off this thing, and we'll get it. But it's like a marriage, Gary. We ain't breaking up. We ain't going nowhere. When we come back, we're going to come back meaner than ever, I promise you.
Look forward to it in Bristol.
Let's get ready for Whit Bazemore, still looking for his first round win of the season. And it looks like he's going to get it, at the expense of Phil Burkhardt, who came into today fourth in the points. Whit goes 4.83 seconds to a tire smoking affair for Phil Burkhardt. And Phil won here in 2004 over Whit Bazemore, but not this time. There is TJ being pulled back into the pit area.
Marty, it's a little bit of a surprise here. I mean, Phil Burkhardt's had a consistent race car, just kind of quietly sneaking in that fourth place position in points. But Whit Bazemore, he's been very confident with his team. Brian Karate, Todd Okahara calling the shots on that race car. He just felt that he's always there just a little bit from having a really, really good race car. Watch Phil Burkhardt right here. See that back end just kind of wash out. And then it goes into tire shake, and then right into tire smoke, and that ends his day.
Let's get a little preview of Pro Stock as we wait for Whit to get the helmet off. And there's Sean Carlson with Dave Reef.
That's right, Marty. It's the red camo Mopar team. They're going to be in action with their blue counterpart, Richie Stevens, the first time all year. And Sean, yesterday we talked about what it takes to get into a qualifying field and how good it feels. Well, now, for your efforts, you get a two-time series champion. What now?
Well, although I know, Yates has done quite well, especially the last event. As far as I'm concerned, just qualifying, I've already won the race. So for me, it's already, I've won. I mean, I can't say anything more other than nice to be working on Sunday.
Congratulations. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Take your victories in small steps is basically the message there. As we get ready now for Jim Head and Cruz Pedregon, our final pair of floppers here in first round action.
Cruz Pedregon's been looking very good this week, and he's making some good runs down the racetrack. Even though he's only in number 8 qualifying position, he has lane choice, shows that left-hand lane, but he ran a 478 Friday night, ran a 480 in yesterday's final session, but he also went down the racetrack on the other 2 runs. So he's got a consistent race car, which is what you need on race day. But how about that Jim Head? I mean, on the first day, he comes out of the box with a 488 in the first session, which was a good run, and then runs a 478.
And that's a career best for him. And don't forget that Head upset Cruz when Cruz was on the pole at Englishtown last year. I guarantee you Cruz hasn't forgotten it. Waiting for either car to go in. Head goes in first. Now we're ready. Oh, the chutes deploy early for Cruz. We've seen that happen to him before. He still goes 4.87 seconds, and it will be enough to still get him lane choice over Tony Bartone.
Wow, Cruz Pedregon was on a great run. right side of your screen, Jim Head's going to go into tire smoke early, but Cruz Petragon was running over 261 miles per hour at the 8th, but then when he made the transition off the concrete to the asphalt just before half track, that thing moved way over by the wall. You see the chute come out there. Now, I don't know if he pulled it early because he felt it was moving too hard over to the wall. He does have the button on the steering wheel, and sometimes you're just fighting it so hard that maybe, you know, you just kind of accidentally hit that button, deploys the chute, didn't matter. He's still into the next round.
Let's take a look at the Funny Car Ladder presented by Lucas Oil. As we said, Cruz has lane choice. So does Tommy Johnson Jr. over Eric Medlin. And over on the other side, it will be John Force and Del Worsham with the lane choice there. All right, stay with us. When we come back, it'll be time for the factory hot rods. Kurt Johnson has yet to win a round this season. And Mike Edwards is coming off a win just last time out at Houston. They hook up in round number 1. Welcome back to the SummitRacing.com Nationals. That's Ron Capps' crew. Brute team going after it. The 75-minute turnaround back in the pits, getting ready for second round action. As he, along with number 2 in the points, John Force, among the 8 that advance. Right now it's time for the factory hot rods, and that means Pro Stock coming to the starting line. Recent Pro Stock history books have been filled with the name Greg Anderson. He's dominated the tune of 35 wins over the course of 3 straight championship seasons. Lately, however, it's been anyone's race. Going back to last season, there have been 5 different winners at the last 5 races, proving any driver is capable of turning on the win light. Well, who's next in line to claim the Wally? And if you're Greg Anderson, are you feeling a little bit nervous? Remember the fact that the number 1 qualifiers in both Top Fuel and Funny Car were ousted here in first round action. As you take a look at the Pro Stock ladder presented by Lucas Oil, Jim Yates has Sean Carlson. You met Sean just a little bit earlier as he talked with Dave Reef. Over on the other side, there's the professor in the number 2 slot. He's got Mark Powick, a lot of history between the two of them. Erica Enders, the number 3 qualifier, and Kurt Johnson, Mike Edwards. We talked about them just before the break. And as we come out trackside, we get ready for V Gaines in the right lane. Dave Conley, the defending event winner here in 2005. He'll be in the left lane. You're on board with Conley. And as we always refer to left and right lanes, it's the driver's left, driver's right. Just in case you get a little confused with some of the camera shots. I know it confuses us from time to time. So as we back them up here, you can see what's been going on with some of the numbers that have been flashed on the screen. You know, we talked about the fact that Conley is the defending event winner here. He beat Greg Anderson in that final last year. V Gaines has won this year as a car owner. Tom Martino took the Gator Nationals 2 races ago.
Yeah, V Gaines has, you know, Larry Morgan horsepower. The car makes a lot of power, but yeah, he's been consistent in qualifying, but he wasn't able to run the big number to get him in the top half. Now V Gaines has kind of been struggling on his reaction time this year, and he's up against one of the kids that's one of the best in the business when it comes to getting that jump off the starting line. And Pro Stock, we talk about it all the time, is so competitive. I mean, you figure that their best qualifying time is only 9,000ths of a second difference, so the starting line is always key in Pro Stock.
Goes to Dave Conley in a hole shot, and for V Gaines, this has been the story of his year. 4 events that he has started, he has now lost on 3 hole shots and a foul. His driving has just not been quite good enough.
Just has not been able to get that car off the starting line quickly. Dave Conley had a good reaction time, almost 200ths of a second advantage off the starting line, and obviously he needed it because V Gaines was tracking him down pretty fast down on the other end, but just basically ran out of real estate.
And you want to see what the Valvoline winner's cam looks like at the stripe? There it is, 58 10,000ths of a second. That could be in line for the Motel 6, who got the light award.
Saw Dave get the jump out of there, but then when they pulled second gear, V Gaines kind of made up a little bit of ground, but it wasn't enough, and Dave Conley gets the win.
So as we come back to the starting line, it's time for Jason Line and Dave Howard. Howard Qualified for his first race ever last year at St. Louis, losing to guess who? Jason Line in the first round, so a bit of a rematch here. Howard went on to beat Jason at Indianapolis last year in the first round when Jason broke in that one.
But this year, Dave Howard is the higher qualified car, which is a bit of a surprise. You know, Jason Line only coming out of that number 10 position, you know, with his, you know, teammate Greg Anderson on the pole. Normally you'd think Jason would be right there, either 2 or 3, but he struggled this weekend.
Well, it's the first time since Columbus of last year that Jason has been started in the bottom half of the field. And the win light goes to Jason. 6.83 seconds. He has to drive around Dave Howard because Howard was first off the starting line. A 6.83 to a 6.85.
Yeah, Dave Howard was off the starting line first, but it's only 0.05 of a second. He probably needed a little bit more. You saw Dave Howard just lift the front end up, wasted a lot of motion when you wheel stand it that high. I think that might have been possibly the difference allowed Jason Line to get the win.
There's your Valvoline winners cam at the stripe. Let's go to the far end. Check in with Gary Gerald.
V. Gaines just came over to congratulate Dave Conley. Dave, he was really closing on you. Did you have any idea how close it was?
It was a little too close to call. I mean, I try to, you know, keep myself in my own lane. I got blockers, so I couldn't see him, but we moved way to the right, and I could barely see the tree up there on the starting line, but, you know, thank goodness for us. You know, we snuck by that one, and we put the Skull Gear car in another round, and you can probably tell by the Jag Zen-Car camera how close that was.
Yeah, it was down. I think it was 58 10,000ths of a second. You may get some of the
side, that's all that matters.
You may be going after that Who Got the Light money.
That always helps.
Anything helps. You're in Vegas, baby.
Now, you heard him make reference to you could barely see the tree. The reason for that in Pro Stock is the size of these scoops. When you're over in that right lane, like he is there's the scoop, and see how if you get in the angle that he was talking about, it's difficult to see the starting line. So that's what he was referring to as we get ready now for Mike Edwards and Kurt Johnson. Tale of two stories going in opposite directions. Kurt winless this year. Mike Edwards coming off the big win at Houston. Johnson is no longer winless. He gets his first round win of the season, 6.81 seconds, 202 miles an hour, and Mike Edwards falls off the pace. He runs a 6.86.
That was a situation where both drivers left identically, but Mike Edwards just missed on the setup. Looked like he just spun the tires way too hard and gave up 0.02 of a second in the first 60 feet. You can't do that against Kurt Johnson because if his car's stuck, he's going to run the other end with that big horsepower, and that's exactly what happened and got him into the next round.
And there you see Whit Bazemore taking care of business, packing chutes, getting ready for second round. It's the first time this year that they've advanced past the opening round of action. And let's go to the far end now and check in again with Gary.
Is it celebration time? Do you feel like you've broken through a major wall here?
God, I feel like I just won a race, and I did. You know, it's just this whole AC Delco Cobalt crew has just been working their butts off and just a bunch of bad luck. I was just glad this thing started this morning.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks, Gary. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Gary. And there is Bill Grumpy Jenkins. He builds horsepower for that man right there, Jim Yates. Yates, qualified number 5, has the lane choice over Sean Carlson. Carlson making his first start of the year for Don Schumacher Racing. It will be his second start in Pro Stock.
And Jim Yates and Bill Grumpy Jenkins, they just seem to be getting better and better every race. They found some horsepower, obviously, when they switched to Grumpy's motors. And Jim Yates has been working with his son Jamie to get those setups right. And it seems like it's starting to pay off.
Jim Yates lost the last 2 races on hole shots. This time he was first off the line by a bunch. 6.83 the elapsed time, and he cut an 0.18 light. Nice job by Jim Yates as he advances past Sean Carlson. Well, there is Alan Johnson, scratching his head and wondering what's wrong with the #1 Top Fuel dragster from last year. Back here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals as you're on board with the Professor, Warren Johnson. He's up against Mark Powick. These guys go back 20 years. The first time they met. Since then, WJ has won 36 of the 46 meetings. Now for Mark Powick, he has taken on Ron Krischer's backup car, and this is the same car that had this incident in Seattle.
So just locked the brakes up when he went through the lights and just stuffed that thing in the wall after his semifinal win, and as a result, he was not able to come back for the final round.
And that win against Jed Coughlin Jr. in that matchup, and there's the car the way it's supposed to look. And you can see that he'll get the winner. The winner here gets Jason Line in round number 2. Upset goes 6.92 seconds, taking out Warren Johnson. So a big win. Getting rid of the old GTO must have been a pretty good move for Powick.
You can hear Warren Johnson. The thing just did not shift into second gear. Sounded like he might have went from second to third, and that's basically what cost him, because Warren should have ran him down. He had a 1:00.60 foot. 500's better than Mark Powick, but when the thing wouldn't shift, it ended his day.
Third first round loss in a row for WJ after winning at Phoenix. Let's check in now with Dave Reef.
And for Tony Schumacher and his U.S. Army crew, 4 #1 qualifying spots on the year. Not too much to show for it. Alan Johnson looked like was some sort of a mechanical bugaboo again.
Well, dropped his cylinder. You know, that's just, you know, something that happens.
You can see that on the screen too, right?
Well, yeah, you can see number 7 cylinder right there. It starts to come up when he hit the throttle, and then it just fell off. So it dropped the cylinder. That's, you know, 12% of our power. And obviously it went out and shook and smoked, and, you know, that was the end of that race.
Any panic yet?
Well, you know, I mean, you can't panic. Car's running good. You know, it's like guys ask, are you going to test? What are we going to test? I mean, you can't, you know, be #1 qualifier at 4 out of 5 races. So it's not like the thing doesn't run good.
Panic, no. Frustration, certainly yes.
Yeah, I think that needle's pegged. And how do you explain that? I mean, when you go 4 out of 5 as the #1 qualifier, and then you just can't seem to have things fall your way at all.
It's part of the luck factor.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that team wants to change luck pretty fast. Let's get ready for Alan Johnson in the right lane, Richie Stevens in the left lane, factory Mopars side by side. The win light goes to Richie Stevens. Alan was first off the line, but Richie drives around him. 6.82 the elapsed time to take the win. And then let's take a look at the Valvoline winners cam. You can see the margin of victory, 52 10,000ths of a second. So that's actually a little bit closer margin as you take a look at the incrementals.
See, Alan Johnson was ahead all the way to half track before Richie Stevens finally drove around him 1,000-foot mark and got the win.
Let's check in with Gary.
With Mark Powick, we saw the footage of Ron Krischer's incident last year. You're now in that car. Is it tough to adapt to a new car?
It is, Gary, because I'm such a tall guy. You know, I don't have a lot of leg room, but I'll tell you, to Ron and his crew, and also to my guys, they left Houston, went back to Ohio, picked the car, then came all the way back here. Man, you know, it's just awesome to qualify with a brand new car, #1, #2, to get in the second round and take WJ out. What a great way to come back to Vegas, and I hope we can keep it going.
Yeah, good place to have a little run of luck, huh?
It sure is, man. I did pretty good on the tables last night. You never know what might happen today.
Like that smile.
Yeah, and we should point out he sold his Bickle GTO chassis, and he has got a Haas GTO on order, so that's why he's in this car. Here's Greg Anderson. Let's compare last year to this year, because you can see actually he's in a much better position at this time than he was at the same stage.
Yeah, he really struggled at the beginning of last season before he got it all together and pretty much just, you know, dominated the second half, which got him that Powerade championship.
And of course, the reason everybody's sort of been questioning what's been going on, because he's lost in the second round at the last 2 races. Uncharacteristic of the dominance of Greg Anderson. Stanfield, is he going to push the tree again? Remember, he went red last week. This is the 3rd race in a row. These guys have hooked horns. Advantage Stanfield. And it is enough in a hole shot. Wife Kim cannot believe it. Her husband is out of here. All #1 qualifiers have been eliminated. It has not happened since Englishtown of 2004.
Wow. What can you say about Greg Stanfield? I mean, you never take him lightly, and I guarantee you Greg Anderson didn't. Although he was laid off the starting line, Greg Stanfield, that red light last week in Houston didn't bother him. He still nailed the tree. 0.13 reaction time, 13,000 of a second from perfect, and he carried it all the way through and into the next round. Great job.
And there is wife Kim, and she looks and says, oh no, can't believe it. And the race day is over for Greg Anderson. Let's check in again with Gary.
Yeah, and with Richie Stevenson, you're just saying the important thing of getting the win, obviously, is paramount, but then getting lane choice. How important at this racetrack?
It's always important. I mean, as the day goes on Sunday, the lanes usually get a little worse, so it's always good to have lane choice. But I'm just glad to get a win, go some rounds here from Opar and Valspar and Don Schumacher, and it feels good. I mean, Bob's been working hard, so my guys, so I want to give him something to cheer for.
Good stuff. Thank you.
As you are on board with Erica Enders, as she is up against Larry Morgan in our final pair of Pro Stock. Greg Anderson, boy, this is still shocking. He's gone to the finals here the last 3 years. He's out of here this year in round #1. What's going to happen here with your #3 qualifier in the left lane up against Larry Morgan, the #14 qualifier? Complete run by Erica. She drills the tree. 005, then runs a 682. And guess what, folks? Erica is going to be picking up some points today because Greg Anderson #1, Mike Edwards #2, they are both on the trailer. She is now just 12 points out of second place and only 52 out of the lead.
Boy, what a great job she did on the tree. I mean, she nailed that thing. 005 reaction time. You saw as soon as she let the clutch pedal out, she never saw Larry Morgan from there to the finish line.
So take a look at the Pro Stock ladder presented by Lucas Oil. Greg Stanfield has lane choice. So does Richie Stevens. Over on the other side, it will be Jason Line and Kurt Johnson with the lane choice there. And let's talk about the upset. Third #1 to go down, and this time it's in Pro Stock, and there he is.
Wow, 3 #1s have bit it here in different classes thus far today. You've got something going here with Mr. Anderson. Tell me about that round.
I got to tell you, the way our weekend started behind the 8 ball and to be able to pull it off, can't say enough for my crew for all the help they've given me this weekend, and to step up that round there and take the champ out. It's awesome.
Yes, it is. Going to swing right over here and get a word with Erica, a 005 light, young woman. That's about as good as it gets.
Oh, that's very exciting. We heard a motor yesterday in that last round of qualifying, put a new bullet in last night, so that's a lot of weight off our shoulders to come out and run well this morning. And Tree, Larry, all the guys in the Powerade points chase in front of us are out now, so this is a great day to make some weight.
Okay, thank you.
There is the run as we replay it, and there's Erica's matchup with Kurt Johnson in the next round. And as she gets ready, we're getting ready to go to commercial break. And back in the pits, the action continues. Cruz Pedregon's crew in the 75-minute turnaround. When we come back, it'll be time again for night. It's race #5 of 23 on the NHRA Powerade Drag Racing Series. We're at the 7th running of the SummitRacing.com Nationals. That's Nellis Air Force Base. It's just down the road from the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and that's an F-16 taking off. And doing a nice move for us. Let's talk a little IndyCar racing. The Firestone Indy Japan 300 will be on ESPN Saturday, April 22nd. You'll see it at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, all from Motegi. Dan Weldon looks to hold off Danica Patrick, Elio Castroneves, and the rest of the pack as it's the Firestone Indy Japan 300. Let's check in now with Dave Reef. He is with a very disappointed Greg Anderson.
And Marty, just as quickly as this man stole the competition's breath in qualifying, he's given him a chance to breathe once again with the best car in the round 1 of eliminations. He just ran in that Greg Stanfield.
Yeah, he's quite a competitor. He's proved that many times in the past, and he's got the best out of me now the last 2 or 3 times. And bottom line is he did a better job. I mean, he left me sitting at the starting line. He did a better job. Obviously, he wanted it more. They made a great run too. I think they were second quickest for the run. So, sometimes it feels a little unfair that #1 qualifier, runs the second quickest car first round, but you know what, is big-time drag racing, and that's the way NHRA Powerade Pro Stock is right now. You got to be on your game right away first round. There's no easies anymore. There's no gimmies. You got to be ready right away. You got to do a perfect job. I did not. I got my butt kicked on the starting line. We're loading this car up, but we've still got one Summit Pontiac left. That's Jason, obviously, and you know, we need to recover. We need to go all the way. I just hate letting Ken Black and Judy Black down and all the Summit people out here. You know, I love racing here, and it's a big weekend for them. I just feel bad, but got to pick up. We got to be professional. We got one car left. We got to try and get it to the winner's circle.
Over to Gary Gerould.
Well, the Matco team for Whit Bazemore busily at work. They've just warmed this funny car up. Everything has been routine. They're getting ready for a second round for the first time this year. It's hard to believe that Whit Bazemore in the 5th event has just won for the first time this season. But it sets up an intriguing matchup now. He goes against longtime rival John Force in round number 2. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Bazemore ran an 82. Force ran a 79. What's Whit's strategy? He says simply, we've got to go from point A to point B. He's not trying to oversimplify it, but he says this team, the biggest problem this year is tempering the frustration with patience. Now they're hoping it's starting to pay off. The key, he says, try not to beat ourselves. When you run against John Force, there is no margin for error. Marty?
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. As you can see, Whit and the guys getting ready to tow it down to the starting line. When we come back, it'll be time for Top Fuel. Doug Herbert going up against Brandon Bernstein, just one of the big matchups. Stay with us. There's some of the crowd here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals here at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. If you're just tuning in, you have missed 3 major upsets. Let's talk about Top Fuel first up. David Grubnick, Corey McClenathan. This turned into a pedal job, and it was Grubnick. You're on board with him. He recovers first, gets to the stripe, takes the win.
Watch the left side of your screen. David Grubnick, just like he did in Gainesville, got the car loose, but he recovered quicker than Corey McClenathan and got the win.
When it came to real performance, though, watch Brandon Bernstein in the left lane, picking up right where he left off in qualifying, taking care of business with a 4.53 and putting Bob Vandergriff on the trailer. And then it was Alan Bradshaw. This was the first of our 3 major upsets. Tony Schumacher, the #1 qualifier, goes up in smoke. Bradshaw gets the round win.
This was huge. Tony Schumacher had a cylinder out as soon as he hit the throttle, went into tire shake, and then into tire smoke, and his day is done.
Take a look at the ladder, and you can see that it is Doug Coletta, Melanie Troxel, Larry Dixon, and Brandon Bernstein with the lane choice here in round number 2 of Top Fuel. Now, joining us here in our broadcast position is Tony Pedregon. If you were with us yesterday, you know that he failed to qualify for the first time in 115 events. And I know you were a little upset. You still felt like NHRA should have let you slide on that one. They said that they've never let anybody slide on that. Where does this stand right now?
Well, I'll probably comment on it one more time. They have most recently cruised at Memphis. I talked to Wes Cerny. I gave that information to Graham Light. And, you know, I'm going to take the high road here. You know, what's done is done. And well, I'm going to sit back, look at the crowd. I'm staying at the Palms, work on my suntan a little bit. And there's no doubt in my mind that there's nothing but good teams out there for this team. I feel differently than Graham Light, you know, but it's over and done with. Hopefully we can both learn from it and go down the road.
And as we come back down trackside, you're going to be with us throughout this second round, where you have an onboard camera now with Morgan Lucas, and he'll be in the right lane up against Melanie Troxel. Now, that is brand new pipe that Morgan is running, a new chassis, and I'll show you the reason why.
We saw in Houston first round, the thing goes up in the tire smoke, he backpedals the car, wheel stand that thing up in the air and bends the chassis. Now, anytime you get it up high enough that actually bends the front A-arms, what happens at 300-inch wheelbase, it's going to sag that bottom frame rail, and as a result, the car does not work the same. So that is the reason they brought out this brand new car, because new pipe just always works better than used pipe, doesn't it, Tony?
Well, you know, that's what they say, and, you know, these cars, I don't think people realize the most important part is traction, acceleration, and fuel in relation to clutch. But, you know, they build these chassis so they flex and twist, and, you know, you offset that a little bit, and it just doesn't, you're not able to apply that power in the same way. So I think they made a good move, and it's showing.
We should also point out, a lot of fans may not think back in the early days of your career, but you have driven Top Fuel. I mean, everybody puts you in, you know, funny car all the time.
Yeah, I drove a Top Fuel car for Larry Miner. It was the backup McDonald's car, so I've got some experience. Not as challenging as a funny car, but, you know, a handful, and they're going a lot quicker these days.
Melanie Troxel, for the third time this year, has put Morgan Lucas on the trailer. This time, 4.54 seconds at 3:23. And while Tony Schumacher can't get out of round number 1, Don Schumacher is happy he's got Melanie because she is marching on, guys.
Boy, that car is just running great. You saw, looked like when we were on board with Morgan Lucas, the oil started pushing out oil out of the back of the engine very early in the run. Probably had some damage pretty much immediately, which took a lot of horsepower away. That allowed Melanie Troxel to get in the next round with a great pass.
Now, let's take a look at the odds. And yes, you could get odds on the race coming in. And this would be, will Melanie Troxel make the final round of eliminations? If you said yes, it was plus 120, no, minus 150. Now we've got a special guest that you might be familiar with. Look, it's Cruiser, the Cruiser. Hey, Cruz Pedregon. I got your brother up here next to me. Anything you want to tell him?
No, I just wish he was down here with us, but we're out here representing our team, the Pedregon name and the Quaker State brand and all of our sponsors, but it's Tony said it best. He's going to take the high road, and I've been there before, but hey, rules are rules. But we're feeling pretty good. The car's been consistent all weekend for Advanced Auto Parts. Everybody, we've been working hard on this, and we're finally feeling good about things.
Okay, Tony, I'm going to put you on the spot. This is your one chance to really ask Cruz a difficult question that he's got to answer. You don't have.
Got to cut that hair. Hopefully it's the day. I know you got to win a race, but I'm going to put my money on Cruz. He's got good people, like he says. They're going a good direction, and he's got Dickie Venables helping him. That's just going to make that team better.
He just let you off the hook there, I think.
Yeah, well, I want to get a haircut in the worst way, too. But, you know, I've been doing this long enough to know that, hey, we're taking them one at a time. I know it sounds like a cliche. Everybody says it, but it's really true. You need to race one round at a time. Hey, if we're fortunate enough to get by the next round, we'll worry about semis. And if we can get past that, we'll worry about the rest. But it's a good start. It's a good turnaround for our season. We're moving up in the points, and things are looking up. We're real excited. Ron and Sam and the team are feeling good about things. So I'm just happy that we're finally turning the corner with this new tire. It's a great Goodyear tire, but it's just taking us a little longer to get it right.
All right, Cruz, we'll let you get back to it. Cruz has got Tony Bartone in the next round. Let's go to the far end.
Melanie, could this car be running any better right now?
Boy, I tell you, Richard Hogan does such a great job at adapting to the conditions and getting the car down the track. It's so much fun to drive right now. I have such a great opportunity, and it's amazing what the difference a year makes. I mean, last year I was out here wondering if I was ever going to get an opportunity to drive again. Now I got the best hot rod out here. So I have to thank Don Schumacher and Evan Knoll for that. They made this possible, and all of our sponsors, Matco Tools, Valspar, Gates. We're just, we don't know what to do with ourselves. We're so excited about this.
Good stuff. Thanks.
Back at the starting line, we get ready now for Doug Coletta in the left lane, up against the number 16 Giant Killer Alan Bradshaw, who took care of Tony Schumacher in the opening round. There is Bradshaw from Odessa, Texas, driving for Bill Miller Engineering, and there is Chip Foose. We're going to get a chance, hopefully, to talk to him about his profession, of course, the designs and things that he does with cars that everybody knows about and loves, and the paint job that he's got on Coletta's car. Car's going to be around for another round as a 4.60 elapsed time, 330 miles an hour again. So they're getting the mile an hour, Mike. Maybe not the ET they were looking for.
I think Ron Tobler's crew chief is just making sure this car goes down the racetrack. It was very soft the first 330 feet. Started to pick it up at 8th mile. Was running about 271 miles per hour. This from a car we've seen go 280 miles per hour at the 8th mile, but then carried it through to 330 at the top end. I think that's just the way Ron Tobler wants to run this race car right now.
And there he is as he's climbing out at the far end of the racetrack. And that gives us a chance to talk about the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals coming up. A couple of weeks. We'll be at Bristol at qualifying Saturday, April 29th on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD at 10 Eastern. Then Sunday, April 30th, NHRA Today at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And finals, 3 hours of coverage, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. Engines have fired for Larry Dixon. He'll be in the left lane. David Grubnick will be over in the right lane. Burnouts are complete. complete. Let's check in with Gary.
Doug Kalitta, you run a 6.0, but the speed at 300+ miles per hour. Is there a reason we're seeing the big number in speed, but not the dazzling number in elapsed time?
Yeah, the track's real good out there. The second half of the track, our car's been running pretty good. So, you know, just hats off to the whole Mac Tools team. You know, they're doing good. We got by the second round here, and just looking forward. We got Chip out here this weekend with us, and we're just Chip Foose, and we're just trying to do good for our sponsors.
I think Chip's standing by with Dave Reed, now that you mention it.
In fact, he is. This is the man that builds all the awesome custom hot rods. Got a great show called Overhauling, but you have a signature, I understand.
Well, it's something that I developed when I first went to Art Center in 1984, and it was much cleaner and neater then, but it's gotten a little sloppy. And
from your dragster, this is what we're talking about. Watch this. Watch how long it takes him to draw his Chip Foose Doug Kalitta dragster for this weekend. This is what he does for every fan that asks him for an autograph. I'd say that man's pretty talented.
Yeah, I can't even write my name where you can read it, let alone make it a beautiful piece of artwork. Let's get ready for Grubnick and Dixon. Pedal job. And for the man who has won here 3 times at this event, he is on the trailer. Number 2 in the points goes down. David Grubnick, 4.98 seconds in the tire smoking pedal job. Second time he's had to pedal it, and he gets the job done again, guys.
Well, you know, I'd like to look at a replay of that run because it was pretty evident that Larry's car lost traction. He had to get out of the throttle. But if you look at the other car, I didn't realize I was paying too much attention to Dixon's car. Both of them had to get out of the throttle, and that was really the reason that Grubnick's car only ran a 498. But, you know, experience plays a big part, especially when you have warm conditions like this. And both of them did a good job, and Grubnick came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, Larry Dixon will be able to run a 527, basically spinning the tires pretty much at the hit of the throttle. That's about as good as you're going to get out of our driver. David Grubnick spun the tires a little bit farther down the track. Also did a great job getting to recover. Had a little bit more momentum. That's why he's going to semifinals.
It also means David Grubnick moves into second place in the points ahead of Larry Dixon by 10. Side-by-side burnouts between Brandon Bernstein and Doug Herbert. We'll talk more about this pair, but let's go to the far end. Gary?
Grubby, the second time you had to pedal that machine, but you still get a 98 out of it. How hard is it to pedal and hope that it sticks and get you straight down there?
I haven't figured that out, Gary, and I don't plan to. It's whatever happens, happens. But you bet we'll take the race wins. It's getting a bit tough out there. Some cars are running good, but we honestly just tried to run a 60 flat, but it didn't work for us. But, you know, we'll take it. You know, for Strivectin and Xantrax 3, Mac Tools, everybody, man, this is great.
Thanks. Let's go back and take a look. Track temperature's 119, Tony.
Well, there's some good temperature out there, and again, you know, a lot of cars have been just getting down that left lane rather, and looks like they both had a problem. And you know, drivers rely heavily on how the car is set up. But when you talk about a race that takes place in 5 seconds, it just goes to show you how much of a difference that a driver's going to make, because you got to feel that car starting to lose traction. You got to react to it, and I would say Grubnick did a slightly better job than Larry did.
Final pair here in second round. Bernstein trying to go 6 rounds in a row. Remember, he won back at Houston. Doug Herbert looking to go to his 3rd semifinal of the year. Tim Richards has got this car dialed. Kenny Bernstein likes what he sees. 4.56 seconds the elapsed time. This car is living in the mid-50s, guys.
Not only has Tim Richards got the car running, Brandon Bernstein, you can see getting confidence in it. Had a good reaction time, 0.74. His lights have been pretty suspect all year long, but that's what happens when you get a car that you know is going to go down the racetrack every time. Just kind of builds your confidence, doesn't it, Tony?
Well, it really does. You know, as a driver, when the car is not really performing the way you'd like for it to be, sometimes a driver tries too hard to assume some of that responsibility, and it kind of takes him out of his game. But Brandon's got a lot of experience, and now he knows he's got a good racehorse under him, and that car is going to be tough to beat. Right lane, left lane. That car performed in Houston. It's doing the same thing here.
And are you ready for this? Brandon Bernstein, with this round win, now jumps all the way up to 4th place in the points. That's how volatile things are right now once you get past Melanie Troxel. Here are the semifinal matchups. Lane choice is going to go to Melanie over Doug Kalitta. And then in our other semifinal, it will be Brandon Bernstein with the lane choice over the tire smoking but still winning David Grubnick. Stay with us. When we come back, it'll be time for the floppers. Can Cruz Pedregon take care of business against Tony Bartone? How about TJ and Eric Medlin and Force and Bazemore? Welcome back to the SummitRacing.com Nationals. If you are just tuning in and have not been around for the action so far in Funny Car, as we get ready for our first pair of floppers to come to the line, let's get you caught up. Take you back to round number 1. John Force and Bob Gilbertson. And it was all John Force as soon as Gilbertson struck the hides. He took an easy win into the second round with a 4.79 elapsed time. And then here it was, the second number 1 qualifier of the day to go down. Left lane, Robert Hight gets dumped by Tony Bartone, and again, Hight blows up.
The struggles continue as the car goes out there, spins the tires. As soon as it starts smoking the tires, backfires the supercharger big time right there, and his day's done.
And that brings us to Gary Scelzi. With this loss to Tommy Johnson Jr., the defending Powerade champ drops to 14th in the points. TJ runs a 4.82.
How about Gary Scelzi? He's only been down the racetrack 1 out of the last 9 runs and going back through qualifying, and this run was no different. Just struggled big time right in that shake area, picks the front end up, but by then his day was pretty much done too.
Tony, you've defended a championship. As we take a look at the Funny Car ladder, how hard is it?
Well, you know, Gary's got to be thinking. He's a pro. He's been doing this for a lot of years. He's got a few championships under his belt. You know, I got to think that they're just going to evaluate, come together as a team. It's still way too early in the season, and that there's a lot of time for that team to recover, and I'm sure that they are going to recover. I think sometimes it tests your resiliency, and they just got to pull out of it.
Track temperature up to 121. It's Capps and Worsham. And Ron Capps, for the 3rd time this year, has beaten Dell, and Dell's streak continues. He doesn't lose in first round, but he can't get out of second round. And again, it's not that bad of a race. I mean, he's almost there, Mike.
Yeah, he's always going down the racetrack. He's just losing really close races, but he lost to a very good car. I mean, Ron Capps isn't leading the points for no any reason. I mean, it's because his car consistently going down the racetrack. Ron Capps does a good job on the starting line. He has 300ths advantage over Dell leaving the line, and as a result, he's into the semis.
Capps and Melanie Troxel, the only 2 that have gone to every semifinal so far this year. Let's go to the far end.
Brandon Bernstein, 6 consecutive round wins. How much bigger is the confidence factor right now than it was 6 rounds ago?
Oh, it's huge right now. Let me tell you, this Budweiser Lucas Oil car really was performing up to speed in Houston, and now here too. We see it's running great. That time it seemed like it, let go there right at the finish line. I'm glad we got that win light, so we'll be ready for next round.
Looks like the Bud team's riding a big wave right now.
The burnout by Eric Medlin. He'll be over in the right lane up against Tommy Johnson Jr. These guys have met 7 times. Eric has pretty much owned TJ. He's won 6 of them. Is there anybody that you were really good against, Tony?
That's hard to say. I don't really keep track, but I do know that Eric right now, he's racing a different Skull car, because yesterday they came out in that first session not being qualified, and they run, I think, a 4.76. So this is going to be a good race, and Ron Capps just showed us that a car can get down that right lane as long as you have the right clutch program. So this is a toss-up here.
You aren't being diplomatic on me. You really don't keep track of who you really have numbers on?
You really put me on the spot. I beat a lot of guys. I just can't remember. I know that, you look at the big dog and Force, and I know that he's got a lot more wins than me, but he's been doing it for a lot longer, and you got to remember, I drove for him for a lot of years, but I'm going to even that score here one of these days. But this is going to be a pick 'em race here.
There is Tommy Johnson, John Medlin, Eric's father.
This is just a really good matchup here. I mean, Tommy Johnson, like you said, ran very well yesterday. He was actually my pick in NHRA today this morning, because I just liked what the car did yesterday in the heat. Now, obviously, we're seeing a lot of heat on that racetrack, but Eric Medlin also made some very good runs in qualifying.
Tommy's got it.
Tommy Johnson does get him. 4.88 seconds, the elapsed time to a 4.93. So TJ moves into the semifinals. And remember, the only other time he went to the semifinals was earlier this year when he won back at Phoenix.
Just a good job here by TJ and Mike Green. You know, they picked that left-hand lane because it looked like the right lane's got a little bit more bald spots off the starting line, so you got to tiptoe that car launching, and I think that kind of makes a difference on the setup, Tony, doesn't it, when you have to just kind of move out real easy off the starting line?
Yeah, the crew chiefs have got a tough job because, you know, they want to make as much power as they can, and when you get some heat temperature in the track, well, they've got to think the opposite. They've got to pull some power out of it. They got to slide the clutch. But if you take a good close look at Eric's car, it looks like it did have a cylinder out. That would have probably made it closer. But again, good job on the Skoal car because they negotiated that lane and it got down the track.
Let's go to Gary.
And a reaction, Tommy Johnson, on another successful pass.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's pretty good. This Skoal Monte Carlo SS is really running well. I'm telling you what, Mike Green and the entire Skoal team is really doing a good job, and that gives the driver a lot of confidence coming into Sunday and have to go up there and know you're going to A to B. And it was a nice run. Had a little tire vibration there, but my boy Jimmy will take care of that. We'll be good to go next round.
As you take another one more look, we get ready for John Force and Whit Bazemore. Another one of their classic struggles. Back in Melanie Troxell's pit, they're thrashing, getting ready for another semifinal. Let's talk about women in drag racing. Right now, Melanie's doing extremely well, along with Hillary Will in Top Fuel. We've got Erica Enders in Pro Stock, Angel Sampé and Karen in Pro Stock Motorcycles. Nobody yet in Funny Car, but that's about to change next year with Ashley Force. What do you think?
Ashley, unlike Robert and Eric, John had to make some decisions. He did get his two drivers a lot of seat time during testing. What makes I think Ashley a little more formidable in a Funny Car is she's got a lot of seat time in an injected car. She's got a lot of laps. She's got experience in competition, and I think that's going to be a big benefit to her. And when she gets in a Funny Car, I think she's going to be a player out of the gate.
There's Robert Height off in the distance. There is Hillary Will. And she's already, Ashley's won Indianapolis in a nitro injected Funny Car, or a dragster, I should say. There she is, watching Dad getting ready for this round of action. And John has been very systematic. He is taking her one step at a time, getting her test time after each one of these races whenever he can in the Funny Car, getting her ready for next year. So it will be fun to see when that happens. Right now, business at hand. Here we go. Force and Bazemore. Drag race, and Bazemore gets him. 4.832 to a 4.83 with a 9. John has beaten Whit the last 9 times they have faced. This time it is Whit Bazemore picking up only his second round win of the year and putting Force on the trailer.
Boy, what a great old drag race. Basically the cars left together. Whit Bazemore had a slight advantage off the starting line. Much better to the 330, but boy, Whit Bazemore 263 to the 8th mile. That's where that Brian Karate Power car just started coming on strong and got him the win.
The last time that Whit beat John was Phoenix 2003. That gives you how long an idea it has been and how long a drought it has been for that man right there. Let's go to the far end, Gary.
Whit pulling that helmet off and inquiring about the numbers, an 83 with a 2 versus an 83 with a 9. It's as good a drag race as we may have seen today, but how good does it feel when you beat that longtime rival John Force?
Well, it feels awfully good. It's Force, and I told you earlier, Gary, that it's just another drag race, but fact is I lied, and
I thought so.
Yeah, but it's great. The best thing is our car went A to B, ran exactly what Todd and Brian wanted it to run, and for all the Matco Tools distributors out there that are hanging behind us, this is what it's about, and taking down the champ. It's good.
He said the key was not beat ourselves. They didn't beat themselves there. That was a great run.
And look at John Force off in the distance. This is still a race he has never won. It's in the 7th year of its existence. It's one of the few. Let's check in with Dave Reef. He's back at Melanie Troxell's pit.
Indeed, I am watching a 75-minute turnaround. Always exciting from the supercharger on down to the manifold, to the headers, to the bottom end. Everything comes off and gets rebuilt back up. But I'm with the man responsible for Melanie Troxell's success, or so say maybe not the fans. They like to think that this is an Alan Johnson tune-up on this car. Let's separate the myth.
Well, it is an Alan Johnson combination, engine, clutch, valve train, all those pieces, but we are basically on our own. If I get in a lot of trouble, he'll help me, but at this point, he's told me I'm on my own.
In fact, there's a ha-ha funny story. He told you he would have liked to have come watched you run, but
he was going to finish watching the golf game and fly home.
brother just takes a win light as Dave Reef finishes up a 4:86 elapsed time. Cruz is going into the semifinals. It's his first semifinal appearance this year.
Well, that Q Power is doing its job. It's hot out there, and you know they got down the track. They run pretty close what they did in the round before that, and you know I'm going to say that they've learned some things from our car. We've been able to share information, and it's showing. And just a good clean run. Looks like Bartone had his problems, and Cruz just made a clean run. So on to the semifinals. Kind of a good feeling.
Well, that's going to do it for this round, which means we're going to say so long and farewell until we see Tony at the next stop at Bristol. I'm sure that you will not pass the scales anymore this year, will you?
Well, it was a tough break, but mark my words, in the next race or two, I believe we'll be in the winner's circle. There's a lot of good companies behind us, and I am going to kind of turn the news on last night. There's a war going down, and there's some people trying to recover their belongings. So that kind of put me right back in its place. But to all the sponsors, we're going to be back. There's no doubt about it. And Purgatory's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's not good, but not as bad as I thought it'd be.
Well, we enjoyed having you in the penalty box. There are the guys that have the lane choice. You got the semifinals set up. Commercial break. Stay with us. We're coming back to the SummitRacing.com Nationals. This telecast is available in high definition on ESPN2 HD. And welcome back to the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the SummitRacing.com Nationals. We're getting ready for second round action. Take a look at the Pro Stock ladder presented by Lucas Oil. Stanfield, Stevens, Line, and Kurt Johnson have the lane choice, and it is Jason Line and Mark Powick coming to the line first here in this second round of action. Powick at the very track where he had his last win on tour. That was 2001 over Tom Hammonds. But the bad news for Mark Powick is he's never beaten Jason Line in 4 prior matchups. The win light goes to Jason Line in a hole shot. 692 to a quicker but losing 691. That is Line's first hole shot win of 2006, and it keeps his team's hopes alive. If you weren't with us earlier, Greg Anderson was the third of our 3 pole sitters to get dumped in the opening round.
Jason Line's been struggling with his reaction time all year, but he nailed it this time. 0:21 reaction time. Mark Powick had a good reaction time. He's 0:36, but it just wasn't enough.
Margin of victory in the Valvoline winners, Cam, 99 ten-thousandths of a second. Back at the starting line, we get ready for Jim Yates, closest to you in the right lane. Richie Stevens over in the left lane. Richie's last semifinal round appearance was back at Indy last year. He ended up losing to Greg Anderson in the final round there. And as Jim Yates pulls forward, he's looking to go to back-to-back semifinals for the first time this year since over a year ago. And let's get ready to talk about the IndyCar Series. We've got the Firestone Indy Japan 300 coming your way on ESPN Saturday, April 22nd at noon Eastern. That's all on ESPN. Dan Weldon is the man to look to hold off Danica Patrick, Helio Castroneves, and the rest of the field. Close finish, and it is Jim Yates, 6.86 seconds to a 691. Richie actually was first off the starting line by 2 100ths, but Yates drives around him to go to the semifinals. He is now 8-1 in his career over Richie Stevens. Let's go to Gary.
And with Jason Line, Jason, they're talking about how you working on your reaction time. What do you do to improve it?
Go up there and guess. No, just been thinking about it a lot and trying to practice in my head. But to be honest, still tough to focus on it. You know, we're trying to make the cars run better. The car's really not making very nice runs, but we're working on it. In the Summit Pontiacs, it's getting better. So hopefully we're going the right direction here.
Good stuff.
All right, thanks, guys. I just guess. All right, you're on board with Erica Enders. Erica has a chance now to move into second place in the points with a round win here. If she wins Well, 3 total rounds today. She could move into the points lead, but she's got a tough customer because Kurt Johnson finally looks like he's got a race car underneath him.
Yeah, and Erica doesn't have lane choice, and all the Pro Stock cars are choosing that left-hand lane. Reason that right-hand lane has a lot more bald spots off of the starting line, so when they let the clutch out, it gets a little bit more tire spin than what they would like. Now, we saw Jim Yates go down the track very well. Actually, it was Richie Stevens who missed and spun a little bit harder and actually lost in the first 60 feet. So we've seen that you can get it down the right-hand lane, but boy, it's got to be really close on the setup.
KJ won the fall race here last year, beating Erica in the semifinals. It's the only time they've ever met head-to-head. Taking the win, 6.82 seconds to a 6.85, and when we were on board with Erica, you could see Kurt starting to pull away.
Yeah, I mean, Erica, like you said, had a slight advantage off the starting line. They both were very good in 60 feet. I think they hit the setup, but watch, every time Erica pulled the gear, it looked like Kurt would just nose out there each time, just a bit, and that allowed him to pull away, and now he's in the semifinals.
Let's go to the far end, Gary.
Jim Yates is here. We were talking about reaction work with Jason a few moments ago. Yesterday, we saw you with Dave Reef on a unique machine that's been produced by the University of Illinois. How much has that particular machine helped you improve your reaction time?
I think it's all a bunch of little things. You know, you got to work on every aspect of your driving. You got to work on every aspect of the car. But, you know, right now, I'm just glad we went around. You know, it gives us a great opportunity to show off the car, show off the Sea Ray Boats car, B&W Trailer Hitches, Kevin from Bayshore Power, and I forgot Mac Tools last week. And we can never forget God. Thank God we're here, baby. It is a great feeling to win rounds out here. It's such tough competition, and these guys are tough. It's awesome to win.
Thank you, Jim. And I think we're going to Dave Reef.
Down with John Force. John, you've been doing this for a number of years. Does it ever get any easier to come up short?
No, same old gut ache. You just move on. We'll be testing here tomorrow and putting more laps on her, trying to get that consistency. I was deep on the first round. It ran 79. It was probably a 77, and we thought it'd do it again. And Bazemore did his job, and he got me. And too early in the points to tell, but Caps, he's able to move out. So Bazemore needed a bone, and maybe he'll give me one back by taking out Caps. We'll see.
All right, thanks, Dave. As we go back to the starting line, Greg Stanfield up against Dave Conley. Conley, the event winner here last year in Pro Stock. His last semifinal round, though, was the Fall Chicago race. And the win light goes to Dave Conley in a hole shot. He cuts an 0.18 light, has 2 100ths over Greg Stanfield, his second hole shot today. He runs a 6.86 to the quicker, but losing 6.85, and that's the Dave Conley we remember from last year.
Boy, you're exactly right, Marty. As soon as Dave Conley lets the clutch pedal out, 0.18 reaction time, gets that jump off the start line, runs through the gears, gets it down the racetrack. Margin of victory, 40/10,000ths of a second.
And I think that has a close chance of being the Who Got the Light award. There is the reaction. You saw the Valvoline winner's cam shot just a moment earlier. Here are the lane choices going to Dave Conley over Jim Yates in our first Pro Stock semifinal. And then it will be Kurt Johnson with the lane choice over Jason Line in our second semifinal in Pro Stock. All right, we've got to take a commercial break, and when we come back, it'll be time for Nitro, and that means Connie Coletta and his man, David Grubnick, will be in the fight. Stay with us. Take a look here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals, one of the many upsets that we have seen. This is second round action when Whit Bazemore gets the better of John Force for the first time since Phoenix in 2003. That's 10 races ago. Whit takes the win and moves to his first semifinal of the year. What's coming up? Well, we're going to be at the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals with qualifying on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD Saturday, April 29th at 10 Eastern, and then we'll kick things off Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time with NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil, and then finals, 3 hours worth, Sunday night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, all of it from Thunder Valley in Bristol, Tennessee. Time now for this week's Brute Essence of the NHRA. Our own Mike Dunn had a chance to revisit the roots of the Top Fuel class and also relive some of his childhood memories.
This is what the essence of drag racing is all about. Sitting here in the Mike Cool's front motor top fuel dragster circa 1970. This brings back a tremendous amount of memories for me growing up as a kid in my dad's race car. Even though I never got to drive a front motor top fuel dragster down the track, many times I used to sit in my dad's car, drive it back from the run on the return road, and I'll tell you what, this was a great, great feeling. I love it.
And the fans love it as well. There's just some of them that are here today. And when we come back, it'll be time for semifinals. Top Fuel on the way here in Las Vegas. Back here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals, we are getting ready for the semifinals in Top Fuel as the sun begins to set towards the west. Part of the grandstands here at the Strip. In the shade. Let's get you caught up at second round action in Top Fuel. Melanie Troxel, another step towards a page of history. She takes care of Morgan Lucas easily with another strong run in the quarter mile. Then another pedal fest with David Grubnick for the second round in a row, getting to the line first, recovering to take out Larry Dixon, number 2 in the points. Brandon Bernstein still looking strong as well. He put Doug Herbert on the trailer with more than a car length margin at the stripe. So let's take a look at our Top Fuel ladder presented by Lucas Oil. You'll see that Melanie has lane choice over Doug Coletta. Then Brandon Bernstein has the lane choice over David Grubnick. So as the cars get ready to fire and pull through the water box for the burnout, we'll check the weather because the temperature is climbing steadily.
About 8 degrees higher than when we started in the first round, 84 degrees. Still very dry, 15% humidity. Track temperature, that's key. It's up to 119 degrees. And because it has warmed up, it's affected that density or corrected altitude to over 4,400 feet.
You can see that the wind has come up, and we told you that was why we were not going to be able to have the Sanyo light ship today, and boy, did we miss that shot. That is so descriptive of what the action looks like going down the quarter mile as the engines come to life here in the semifinals. Brandon Bernstein has had a car that has lived in that mid-450 range. Tim Richards has really dialed this car in here at this track. Meanwhile, David Grubnick, is he living on borrowed time? He has had to pedal the car twice, but he's been up against 2 other cars that had to do the same thing, and he just recovered quicker. You're on board with Grubnick. And let's get more on what David Grubnick's been doing this weekend with Dave Reef.
Well, it is a big race for Dave Grubnick. That's because Strivectin's parent headquarters are up in Salt Lake City, Utah, so they consider this their home racetrack. Because of that, they had between 100 and 200 beauty control specialists from Bloomingdale's, Macy's, and the like come out this week and give these ladies a chance to see drag racing for the first time. And they sweeten the pot by sticking one of them in a cash machine, just blowing cash all over the place. Whatever they grabbed, they could take. We did the same thing with Dave Grubnick with the idea of splitting it between the Draw, which is Drag Racing Auxiliary of Women, as well as Speedway Children's Charities. Dave Grubnick grabbed $13. But Strivectin to the rescue once again. They're pitching in an extra $500, so a nice gesture by those folks.
It's a good thing you can drive a race car because he's all thumbs when it comes to the booth. All right, let's get an update on the wind. Gary, you're at the far end. What's it like?
Oh, we saw Grubby there in that whirlwind of money. It's not actually a whirlwind, but boy, it has picked up. In fact, one of the inflatables up here just a few moments ago, one of the straps broke. It went down, and Timmy Rasmussen, the Powerade crew, they've been scrambling to get them back up. They are up. Over here, Lance, one of our cameramen who's normally on a robo, he's had to go to a hard camera at the end of the racetrack now, what we call a hard camera, because it is stationary, and he'll be following these cars as they come at us. Bernstein and Grubnick right now.
This time it is Bernstein that goes up in smoke. Grubnick runs a 462, and then after going up in smoke, he blows it up.
Wow, that's a big upset. David Grubnick finally got the car hooked up. Brandon Bernstein, who's been basically on a rail all weekend, goes up in smokes and then blows the engine up. And basically what I've heard is they actually kicked the rods out the first 2 rounds right in the lights, so in those rims. So they've had a lot of engine damage this year.
Yep, you hit the nail on the head, Mike. I just was talking with the General Tim Richards before this race, and it's exactly what he told me. I asked him if his car was as good as it was in Houston. He says, not hardly. It's been throwing the rods out, and obviously maybe that contributed to what happened here. Tough break for Brandon Bernstein.
For David Grubnick, he's going to his second final this year. He won his other final at Gainesville.
What happens is, you know, altitude here, and they try to run the motors a little bit harder, spin the supercharger faster, raise the compression. Sometimes that engine doesn't like it, obviously, like we're seeing right there, because that thing really let go and put a pile of oil down on the racetrack. But watch David Grubnick. For once, he did not have to lift off the throttle after he left the starting line, and as a result, he's in the final round once again.
Last year, he lost here in the semifinals to Larry Dixon. This year, he is going to the final. Let's go to the far end. Gary?
David Grubnick, what did it feel like to go down the racetrack without having to pedal that back?
Confusing. It flooded the tire there a little bit, and it's like, you've got to hold your breath and hopefully it'll drive through it. And at that time it did. You know, Connie, Jono, even though we smoked them in the earlier round, they really do know what they're doing. So they're getting a feel for the racetrack. We'll see how it goes in the final. You know, for Strivectin, Xantrex 3, Mac Tools, everybody, Technicoat, Redline, this is great.
By the way, we saw you in the whirlwind of cash there. $13 was all you could come up with for those women, huh?
Well, it's better than a loss.
That's true.
Engines have come to life back at the starting line. It was just fuel that actually came out of Brandon Bernstein's car. No oil, so he does not get charged. And now we come to another moment. Could we see more history? Doug Coletta is going to try and stop the streak for Melanie Troxel. She is trying to go to her 5th straight final to begin a race season. That has never happened in Top Fuel. She is also trying to go to her 6th consecutive final, dating back to last year. And right now, we've talked about the winds. The reports are they're as high as 35 miles an hour, sort of quartering from driver's right to left. How does it affect the driver?
Well, I mean, it could possibly have when you pass the grandstand, but on the right-hand side, if the wind crosses over. But normally, it's got to be a pretty stiff wind, you know, real big gust up there, probably 50, 60 miles per hour before it really starts upsetting these top field dragsters once they're up to speed. But I tell you what, this is a good matchup. Right now, Doug Coletta, crew chief Ron Tolbert, I mean, they're not going for the big number. They're going for consistency. They're just basically, let's get this race car down the track. They know their driver, Doug Coletta, is very, very good on the lights. He gets those good reaction time, and I would imagine that that's what Ron Tolbert's looking at doing this round. But Melanie Troxel, Richard Hogan, that team, they've been doing their job. I mean, that car looks amazing, and, you know, they're looking to go to another final round, and it looks like they could very well do it.
Dave Reed?
Yeah, for Ron Tolbert, it's been a very tunable race car, but does know they need to step it up a little bit. It's been running 330 pretty easily. Might need it here to get around Melanie.
Can you believe this performance by Troxel and her team? Take a look at 454, 327. I mean, Coletta was never really in this. They ran a 472 at 327.
Doug Coletta had a cylinder out as soon as he hit the throttle and pretty much ended his day. The only hope he had was if Melanie was going to smoke the tires, but that car hasn't done that pretty much all weekend long. That car's been on a string. 454, very nice pass in the heat to get her into the final round.
So Melanie sets a record, going to her 5th straight final to start a season. There she is. Let's go back to Dave.
Check in with Don Schumacher. Don, this has to help take a sting off of your son and, of course, what's been going on with Gary.
Well, I mean, the U.S. Army team is a tough team out there. Them going out first round is a tough deal. But Melanie, once again, kicking these guys' tails, going out here, going into another final.
And won't hear much of when the burnout happens, that's for sure. There is the lane choice going to Melanie in the final. And before we talk to her, let's set you up for Funny Car, because they've already done the burnout for the first semifinal, as you have got Tommy Johnson over in the right lane. All right, let's get you caught up on what happened in Funny Car. If you're just tuning in round number 2, Ron Capps looking to three-peat, puts Del Worsham on the trailer by over a car length. And then it was Whit Bazemore. Remember, he hadn't won a round coming into today, hadn't beaten John Forrest in the prior 9 meetings. And for Bazemore, his first semifinal of the year. So right now, it will be Tommy Johnson up against Cruz Pedregon.
Talking about lane choice, Cruz Pedregon has it. Like everybody else, chosen that left-hand lane. I think that's mainly because of the starting line. I think once you get down track, I think the lanes are pretty even. So the key for Tommy Johnson is going to be to get that thing off the starting line and then through that shake area. Once he gets past 100, 150 feet, I think he's going to have to be able to make a good run. But hopefully it's going to be good enough to beat Cruz Pedregon because Cruz has been running very good all weekend.
Can Tommy Johnson duplicate the feat that they did back at Phoenix? Remember, he and Melanie, husband and wife, went to the finals there. It was TJ winning that day. Not going to happen. It's going to be Cruz Pedregon going to the final. It'll be his first final this year, the 50th of his career, and he does it in a tire smoking pedal job, 531.
Wow, as soon as Cruz Pedregon hit the throttle, it put a cylinder out. I thought, well, that's good for TJ. But then right after that, TJ went out into tire shake and smoked the tires. Cruz spun the tires a little bit further down track, backpedaled the car, and did a good job to get the win in the final. Right here, he's got all 8 cylinders lit. Cruz in the other lane right now is on 7 cylinders, so it looked pretty good. But right there, thing just barely as soon as it started to rattle, it went up on the tire. He caught it fairly quick, but it didn't want to recover when he got back in. That's what allowed Cruz Pedregon to pull away for the win.
So now the engines have fired back at the starting line as we get ready for the teammates coming up side by side. That is Whit Bazemore. He'll be up against the points leader, Ron Capps. Capps, if he wins this round, goes to a triple-digit lead over second place John Force. You saw Ace McCullough point his finger at Ron Capps like he always does and says, go get him. It'll be Bazemore in the left lane. Capps in the right lane. Let's check in with Gary.
And with Cruz Pedregon and Cruiser, last 2 times down this racetrack, man, all over the place, slipping, sliding, but getting here and advancing.
Yeah, for Advance Auto Parts, that's a good thing. We actually had a cylinder out, I think, at the hit of the throttle, and that threw me over, and I knew I was in trouble, but man, I'll tell you what, it feels really good just to be here for Snap-on. And all the people that support this, Advance Auto Parts, they've hung with me, they believe in me, and you can see why. We're having a good day. The car's been very consistent all weekend. Goodyear makes a great tire. I want everybody to know that it's just taken us, as a lot of teams, a little time to get used to them. They are a great tire, and we just want to take it all the way for Sioux City Truck, all of our sponsors. I mean, I tell you, we mention our sponsors, but they mean a lot to us. Quaker State for Tony, Q-Power. Keep that Q-Power in those cars, guys.
And look at here. Cruiser. Oh, we may be thinking haircut. One more round. Who knows?
All right, keep us posted on that one if the shears are ready in the final. Who's it going to be? Whit Bazemore. He has done very well here at Las Vegas. He's looking to go to the final for the 4th year in a row and 5th overall, and this is only the 7th running of this race. But the last time he was in a final was at this track a year ago. That's how long the drought has been. For Ron Capps, he's looking to go to his 3rd straight final round. Great race, and Ron Capps does it with a 488. Ace McCullough says, that's my boy, and that's my race car. And he is going on to the finals, his 4th this year, 3rd in a row, with the 41st of his career. And he has just lengthened his points lead over John Force to 105.
How about Ron Capps and Ed McCullough? They just go up there and they race the racetrack. On this run, both drivers basically left the line identical. They were both staged a little bit deep. Ron Capps got out there a little bit early in the run and never looked back after that.
The last time Capps went to 3 finals in a row, 6 years ago. Reading, Topeka, and Memphis. There is the lane choice going to Capps over Cruz Pedregon in the Funny Car Final here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals. We'll talk to the points leader in Funny Car when we come back. We've got to take a commercial break. Stay with us.
Here we go.
here at the SummitRacing.com Nationals. That's Melanie Troxel's kit. They are getting ready for yet another final. We will talk to Melanie in just a matter of a few minutes. But first, let's get you caught up on Pro Stock. The factory hot rods take you back to round number 1. Greg Anderson became the 3rd pole sitter of the day to get dumped in the opening round. It hadn't happened since Englishtown in 2004. Greg Stanfield put Greg Anderson on the trailer. Then in round number 2, Jason Line, carrying the standard bearer for Ken Black's race team, took care of business by eliminating Mark Howick in an oh-so-close race. And Kurt Johnson is getting very healthy, this time at the expense of Erica Enders, number 3 in the points, as Kurt wins it by about a half a car length. Take a look at the ladder, and you'll see the lane choice goes to Dave Conley in our first matchup with Jim Yates, and KJ over Jason Line. Now, if you were a gambling type here in Las Vegas, here are the odds you could have gotten coming into the weekend for Pro Stock. And look at Kurt Johnson and Dave Conley. They're the only 2 on that list that are still left. Conley, a 30-to-1 shot.
That might have been a pretty good bet, huh, Marty?
Yeah, I don't think you'll get those odds right now. Conley's in the right lane. Yates in the left lane. Watch the tree. Yates is going to have to be good because Conley's been great today on the tree. Boy, and I'll tell you, Conley needed it again. Another hole shot. 3rd one today. He runs a 688 to a 686. He caught an 015 light, Mike.
How about that, kid? He was 018 the previous round, and he is just nailing that tree. Jim Yates, who's had some good lights today, but was dead late on this round. That's what you can't be doing that against Dave Conley.
It's the 3rd race in a row where Jim Yates has been eliminated on a hole shot. Let's put a period on Funny Car from the last round. Gary Gerald.
With Rod Capps, I hear you muttering you still can't believe it. You're going to another finals with a chance to do something you've never done in your career, win 3 in a row.
I get a little excited when I hear Melanie's in the final because she gets in the final and it ends up me being in the final too. It's been a lot of fun, but I can't say enough about Team Schumacher. The guys at the shop back in Indy, they don't get to go to the races a lot. It's hats off to them. But Oakley guys, Matco guys, it's nice to see Bazemore and those guys come around. I mean, it really is. We're a 3-car team, but we want each other to do well. But when we get up there, I'm racing with Bazemore, man, and it's just, it brings everything out in you. So, you know, I don't know what to say. The people at home, it's the best ride in the world. I don't care what happens. I know Cruz is he's trying to get a haircut over there, but maybe I work a deal out with him. You know, if I win, then maybe I'll cut his hair for him. I don't know.
Thanks, Rod.
You're looking at Kurt Johnson. His last final round on tour was his win here at last fall's Las Vegas race. He's up against Jason Line. Line over in the right lane. There is his boss, Greg Anderson. Advantage KJ. Johnson is going to take the win. 6.86 seconds. They both run a 686. In fact, a hole shot by 2/1000th of a second in favor of Kurt Johnson. He cut an 019 light to an 046. And KJ going to his 62nd career final up against Dave Conley, who won this race last year right here.
Well, Kurt Johnson was no slouch on the tree either. I mean, Dave Conley stepped up, so did Kurt Johnson. He wins on a hole shot, and he's going to the final round, too.
Jason Line's 3rd hole shot loss this year, as there is Kurt, as he'll be climbing out. So he has gotten very healthy here in one race. Remember, he hadn't won a round until today, and now he's going to a final. And he will have the lane choice over Dave Conley. Conley, the only defending event winner, still in it from last year. We've got to take a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Look at the grease and the oil. You think that's a clean job? Think again. But he wouldn't trade it for the world right now because they're in the finals.
Well, the wind may be blowing, and it is extreme at times up here in the top end, but here's a couple of guys that could care less. They're going to the finals, and you could have had, well, we mentioned some pretty good odds on some of these guys at the start of this week of being in this position right now. Now, Dave Conley, you're the whole shot king here, and you're looking to repeat a championship from last year. How good does it feel to be at this stage on the threshold?
It feels awesome. I mean, a couple weeks ago, me and him couldn't even win a first round, but here we are sitting in the final, getting ready to go in the finals together here at Las Vegas. You gotta love this place. But as far as the whole shots go, that's just a little job security. So just the Skull Gear team, I mean, they've been working hard. We've been down in the slump for a while, and we're looking to repeat here.
Well, Kurt, let me ask you about, is anything dramatically different? Because as we chronicled earlier on, you hadn't won a round coming into this event, and suddenly you're going to the finals.
Well, actually, we got smart. We went back to last year's combination that we won here with. Doing a lot of testing lately, you know. AC Delco Chevrolet has just been pretty lame first part of the season, and you know, it's April's National Car Care Month for AC Delco, so we just, you know, put in some red line oil and AC Delco filters, some new plugs, and a new battery, and this thing's just hauling butt.
Somehow I don't think it's quite that easy. Let's check in with Dave Reeve.
As Melanie Troxell's team continues to prepare her for yet another final, I have to ask you, how many? Was that 6 dating back to last year?
This makes 6. It's incredible. I don't think we ever thought anything like this was going to happen this season. We thought we'd be successful, but this is just crazy.
You got to be careful that you don't get too greedy and expect this every race.
You know, I feel that every time we go to a final and we don't win, I thought, God, I don't want to be greedy here because it's great that we're leading the points and everything, but we really want to get another win. So we're going to keep at it, and hopefully we'll put this Skull Gear car in the winner's circle.
New sheriff in town.
Well, there is one man standing in her way. His name is David Grubnick. He's looking for his second win of the season as well. We're on board with him as we head to commercial break. When we come back, time to hand out the hardware. Welcome back to race number 5 of 23 on the NHRA Power Drag Racing Series. Over the course of the year, we hand out $50 million. Right now, we're getting ready to hand out 3 Wallies. But first, I want to share with you one of the moments that we had here at the track. You love these things, the Cackle Fest.
Oh, Marty, this is one of my favorite things. You bring back out all these old Top Fuel, nostalgia front motor, dragsters, fuel altered, AA gas supercharged car every once in a while. They're going to be doing this a limited time. They just fire them all up at the same time, line them up in the middle of the track, and they really cackle. You look at Don Gar's Swamp Rat 3. I mean, Chris Camersini's last front motor dragster he drove, pure heaven, fuel altered. I mean, when these things fire up on the starting line, they sound like nothing else before you've ever heard, because they're actually louder than today's Top Fuel and funny cars because they cackle a little bit harder with the nitro on an idle. Now, they don't sound the same when they hit the throttle, but it's still a great show.
It's time now for the finals. Ready now for the Pro Stock final between Dave Conley. He'll be over in the right lane. You're on board right there with him. In the left lane, it'll be Kurt Johnson. Both these guys are at the track where they won their last races. KJ, the fall race. Dave, the spring race. And this guarantees us our 5th different winner to start the season. The record, if you remember, set back in 2002, we had 9 different winners to start that year. There's the road to the final for Kurt Johnson. And right now, I think performance-wise, you'd have to give the nod to Kurt. But, man, Conley has won all 3 rounds on hole shots. And we went to the record book. It has never been done before, folks. If he wins this one on a hole shot, all 4 rounds in Pro Stock, it's never happened before.
Well, and I think he may have to exactly, you know, that may be exactly what he has to do is win on a hole shot, because basically he's down about 200ths of a second to Kurt Johnson. Like you said, the performance has gone to Kurt, but you got to remember, Kurt, the previous round, he nailed the tree too. You know, 0.18 reaction time, you know, 0.15 to Dave Conley. So both these drivers have been doing their job. So it's going to be a tough.
As you can see, that's the road through the semifinals. The sun beginning to set over the driver's left shoulder. Conley in gear, getting ready to pre-stage.
Kurt Johnson with lane choice. Everybody's chosen that left-hand lane because they can get the car to launch just a little bit better. A little bit better rubber on the starting line.
Watch the reaction time. Here we go. Goes to Kurt Johnson. 6.84 seconds to a 6.87. Conley did exactly what he had to do. I mean, he drills it for a 006 light, but just too much power for Kurt Johnson as he picks up his first win of the year and 33rd of his career.
Man, that kid can leave. I mean, 006, that's 6,000ths of a second from perfect. Had 300s on Kurt Johnson, but Kurt made up 200s of it in 60 feet because I believe that lane was better. His car hooked up a little bit, moved better in the first 60 feet, and then the power just took him away and into the winner's circle.
The margin of victory, 30 10,000ths of a second. That could be next week's winner for the Who Got the Light Award.
So Dave Conley got the launch off there, but probably had a little bit too much wheel speed early in the run, and that pretty much cost him the race.
There is the margin at the stripe. Let's go to Gary.
All right. Oh, yeah, all right, I guess. He had a 006 light. Did you see him leave on you, and were you worried?
I don't even look over there. You know, he's deadly on the tree, and everybody we race today is deadly on the tree. And you know, for AC Delco and Chevrolet and National Car Care Month, April National Car Care Month for AC Delco, Justin Bell fans, Kevin Horst, everybody involved, Mike Smith, everybody that worked on this AC Delco Cobalt today. God, I love Las Vegas. 18-1 odds, and I didn't bet on myself. I didn't want to jinx myself, but Kathy, Connor, Aaron, all the kids at home, Jarrett, yeah!
And I haven't confirmed this, but I think he's lobbying to get Bristol moved back to Las Vegas in 3 weeks.
Oh, you gotta love Bruton, huh?
Both tracks owned by Bruton Smith. Speaking of brutes, Ron Capps has been a brute. He's looking to win his 3rd race in a row. He has never done that in his career. He's gone to 3 finals in a row, and here's his road to the final. And for Cruz Pedregon, boy, it's 6 years since he has tasted victory. It was 2000, the fall at Englishtown. He was the car owner. Gary Kennedy was his crew chief, and it has been a long drought. Does it end today here at Las Vegas?
6 years, that's a long time.
You know, the first time these two ever raced in a final, it was Ron's first ever funny car win. It was at St. Louis in 1997. There you see the road on how they made it through the semifinals to this moment.
I had the Ace McCullough right there point at him. I mean, Ron Capps has had a car all year long, and that man right there, he has been a master at racing the racetrack this year. Just whatever that track will give him, that he doesn't care who's in the other lane. As a result, that's why he's leading the points. Crew Chief Ron Douglas pulling in his driver, Cruz Pedregon. Cruz has had a good car in qualifying, ran very good the first 2 rounds, and then spun the tires in the semis to get here.
Pedregon has done it. For the first time in 6 years, he's going to get to cut his hair as well, but he gets the win light in a tire smoking affair. Ron Douglas gets his first win as crew chief, and the Advance Auto Parts team picks up another win, the first one.
Wow, what a surprise. I mean, Ron Capps spinning the tires pretty much at the hit of the throttle. Cruz Pedregon spun the tires a little bit further down track. I mean, I'm not as much surprised that Cruz won the race, just the fact that Ron Capps right there, I mean, that thing basically didn't even make it half a car length before it started spinning the tires. Very unusual for that team, but as a result, that allowed Cruz Pedregon to get a very popular win right there.
Cruz's 50th final. He picks up his 23rd win. Let's go to Dave Reef.
Down with Ron Douglas. Congratulations on your first win. Let me present you these. You might need them at the far end for your driver.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that part of it. I got to say thanks to the Tony's team.
One quick burnout. And one more burnout from Dave Drobnik. I know you want to thank some people before you put these scissors to good use.
Yeah, we know what to do with these. You know, I got to thank Advance Auto Parts, and especially the Big Q, Tony Pedregon's team. Dickie Venables helped us out so much today. The guys
guys with their Snap-on tools did awesome. All our associates, you know, it's a great win. It's a great feeling.
Gary, tell Cruiser there's some scissors heading his way.
The scissors are coming up the track to handle the hair. But what we want to know, it's been 6 long years. How difficult has it been to deal with the frustration? Because you're a winner.
Well, just building a team, you know. I thought I knew everything, and obviously it's taken me 6 years to figure some stuff out. But, you know, it really comes down to sponsors believing in you, believing you're a champ. And I'm just kind of overwhelmed right now. I'm really, it's surreal for me right now. But I always want to thank the sponsor, Advance Auto Parts, Quaker State, who support my brother and I. These guys are awesome. Snap-on, great stuff. All of our sponsors that have stuck with us, because this is a long-term operation, and my brother and I believe that we have what it takes to be champions in years to come. And I'm just so excited right now for NHRA and all the racing. And man, I just want to say this: stick with it, people out there. If you're struggling in life, stick with it, hang in there, believe in yourself, and you'll get it done.
Well stated. Thanks, Cruz.
Here we go with Melanie Troxel left lane. David Grubnick. And Melanie does it. Takes the win. You saw the tire smoke for David Grubnick over in the right lane. Melanie leans on the motor hard at the far end of the racetrack, but she picks up her 2nd win this season in her 7th career final. And boy, you talk about a team that is on a roll right now. She now leads the points by 156. Let's go to Dave Reef.
Down with Richard Hogan, a big Cheshire Cat grin. 156-point lead you've now opened up with Melanie's 2nd win.
I don't know what to say. Good luck.
Pinch yourself. Do you believe it?
Got our lucky run of the weekend there. I mean, it's just been fabulous.
You believe it, though? The streak that you guys have been on?
No. Not really. How could you?
Simply put.
It's been an incredible run. And remember, they've already been penalized 25 total points earlier this year. Just think if they had that in the bank as well.
I want to know, are you pinching yourself? Are you believing this?
I'm still waiting to wake up here. Every day I wonder when we're going to wake up from all this. It's so incredible. I can't even say enough about Don Schumacher and Evan Knoll for giving me the opportunity. Richard Hogan has done such a great job adapting to any track conditions we get. It's just incredible. All of our sponsors, Torco Race Fuel, Skull Gear, thank you so much for all of your support. And this is just so incredible. You know, you get the first one, it's exciting, but you want another one to back it up. I think I'm getting greedy a little bit, but that's all right. We're having a great time. Gates Belts and Hose, Matco Tools, Valspar, American Racing Wheels, thank you guys so much, and we hope we're making you all happy.
There's your first repeat Top Fuel winner of the year.
Pump it, Mel. And first-time winners in all 3 categories here at Las Vegas in this spring race. KJ has won it in the fall. There is Melanie getting congratulations at the far end of the racetrack. We've got to take a commercial break. What's in store for our next stop? Well, come back and find out.
Today's Speed World presentation of the NHRA SummitRacing.com National, brought to you by Powerade. Sport is what you make it. Summit Racing Equipment, the World Speed Shop, and by McDonald's.
And the celebration continues at the far end of the racetrack as Melanie Troxel celebrates her 2nd win this year. She is now leading by almost 8 full rounds of competition. Just phenomenal. What's going to happen on our next stop? It'll be the 6th race of the season from Thunder Valley, the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals, qualifying on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD, Saturday, April 29th at 10 Eastern. And then on Sunday morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, it'll be NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil, and then 3 hours of finals coverage, all coming your way 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific from Bristol, Tennessee. Let's get some final thoughts. Dave Reef, you're up.
Well, Marty, if you go back in the history of Top Fuel racing, that's where you will find Richard Hogan's father, King Hogan, one of the most fiercest competitors of the legend, Big Daddy Don Garlitz, the man who happened to sign Shirley Muldowney's Top Fuel license that began women racing in Top Fuel. The families maintain contact today. So what does the legend think about King Hogan's son and his new driver, Mel, and what they've accomplished? He loves it. So much so that Big may be coming out to a Powerade race in the very near future. Gary?
You start these days and the theme is oh so simple. Win, win or go home. You contrast the great magical ride that Melanie Traxel is on right now with her team to the 6 years of frustration for Cruz Pedregon and that team. And now the success enjoyed by Kurt Johnson, who hadn't won a round all season long until today, and he walks out of here with a Wally. It's those types of things that keep us coming back and intrigue us so much. That's why we love this sport of drag racing. Mike?
Well, Gary, I love Kurt Johnson. He's my kind of racer. I mean, after coming in this season from finishing second in the Powerade Series last season, he tested over the winter, found some more horsepower. Like you said, he hadn't won a round of racing coming into today, but he put it all together and got a very good victory, and he's going to be tough all year.
That's going to do it for us. We've got to get out of here. We will see you the next time that we go drag racing. Coming up next here on ESPN2, it's World Series of Poker as we make way for NHRA Today next week from Charlotte. That'll be Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. For Mike Dunn, Dave Reed, Gary Gerald, and our entire ESPN2 crew, I'm Marty Reed. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Good night, everybody.